I've been around the YouTubers, the biggest influencers. Everything you see is for content. 99% is fake. That's my issue. Like these young guys with emotion, they're like insecure. Be an example. When you're an example, you don't have to pitch anything. People will say, why is he so nice? Why? And what this? And then they'll follow. That's how the Prophet did it.
So how is your relationship with Andrew Tate and how did it start?
One thing I want to make clear, the impact he had for the Muslim revolution, I'll call it, is massive. It'll be historic. Bro, I'm telling you on a daily basis, I'm not going to say to show off how many people revert or message me and DM me because of him. Bro, it's insane.
A secret that nobody else knows, untold secret about Tam Khan.
Well, that secret might get me in jail.
Ready?
Okay,
Wait.
Bismillah, let's make a dua. Yeah.
Do you have the airplane mode and all that stuff?
Yeah.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي فما بعد. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala untie any knots from our tongue, expand for us our chest, allow us to speak the truth, allow us to be leaders for the righteous, allow us to be alone in this room without shaitan, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for any of our slips or mess ups from shaitan, from ourselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspire us to speak the truth and motivate people to Islam. Allahumma ameen. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen.
Wow, that's the best introduction I swear I've ever seen on a podcast, wallahi.
And this part's off camera.
Is
Just
it?
for us, yeah. Just
You
for us.
should put that on camera, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
recording anyway.
That's
Link
a
it.
very good point,
You should show
actually.
people what you do. Like,
Why
that's,
not?
This is the best. People should see that. That's an example, bro.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
the-
We've
bro.
been doing that on every podcast.
Yeah.
We just
But
never
that's
put
what
it
I
on.
like. But that's good that people know you don't show it off. Like you should post this.
Yeah, that's a great
Well,
point.
that's a
Because
good
For me, already they're my favorite pod already because of this. I swear.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
like everything. Like the other day, I bought a new car. Sorry, off topic. We'll start. I'm dictating your podcast.
Go for it,
I'm
man.
Not, I'm not a help.
We're already
So,
in. No intro needed. Let's
Always
go.
play baccarat. Any business I bring in a man. We set place to roll baccarat for the whole premises. Do du'as before I open anything. That's what I always do. Anything, du'as, and even in your good times, is most important. You know,
Yeah.
people always when they have hardships praying, and
Yeah.
So things like this is very important. I do it all the time myself, but it's good to see on a pod. But I've never done a pod, so alhamdulillah, I've learned something today. You've reminded me. It's a very good way to start.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you, man. We were actually talking with Ahmed Ben Chaba yesterday, and he was telling us, we asked about our podcast, what he thinks and like how to be, successful. He's like, lead by example, right? So even like you mentioned, putting this
That's
on.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
Aquaman.
brother. I don't know his real name. I know Aquaman. Sorry, Aquaman.
Shout out
But you
to
don't look like Jason Momoa. I'm sorry. But you're better looking than me, so it's okay.
Oh, may Allah bless you guys, man. Alhamdulillah. But Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the realest podcast in the dunya, the three Muslims. Today, alhamdulillah, we are at TK MMA Fit with our brother Tam Khan. How you doing today, my man?
Alhamdulillah. It's a pleasure to have you, brothers. We were planning this for how many months? It's long.
Oh, we wanted to do this
That's
back
a strong
when.
handshake, so I need to get revenge now. Sometimes they see me because I'm fat. They're trying to squeeze my hand. So no, I'm joking. We were trying to set this up. When was the last
Back in
day?
February.
February. It never
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah.
They stood me up like a ugly man on a date, and I was all prepared. But yeah, alhamdulillah, everything works happens for a reason.
Alhamdulillah, ya Rab. Alhamdulillah.
Allah's the best of planners.
Alhamdulillah, ya Rab. All right. Let's just jump into it. You just opened up a restaurant, alhamdulillah.
Inshallah, Tuesday's a launch, and alhamdulillah, it's my latest project. Restaurant, nice catering, watching sports. Like we like football. You call it soccer. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Boxing, UFC, and it's located in the same place, same building as this. So it's just I realize every day I'm eating out. I've got this bad habit of meeting people and this, that, and I thought, why don't we just get our own place? I'm spending so much money and wasting on these places. Let's make our own. We're always in something. And halas, when you're trying to live life on deen, it's not that you're limited, but most times you socialize in restaurants or cafes and gyms. So why not make one spot for everyone to come to?
Absolutely. And this, I honestly, I really like this place. First time walking in, like the atmosphere is so nice. It feels like a community. Everyone knows each other. You got a barber shop and everything.
Yeah.
Allahumma barik. There's like anything a person could need, right here.
Yeah,
May Allah bless you
it's
guys.
good. It's just a one-stop shop, and as a man, look, you guys have got nice hair, but with me, I don't need to style it. But with this comes a lot of responsibility, shaving all the time. Otherwise, I have that helipad, and it doesn't look right. So my wife might run away. So I always think, and it's a spot where guys can train, shower, get shaved or whatever they do, beard trims and shape and everything, and that's all in one area. Why not? Nowadays, people are not like the old days. They're lazy. They want to come to one spot and just do everything. So
Yeah.
you have to keep up with the needs of the consumer.
Absolutely. I want to know a little bit more about Tam Khan before TK MMA, back in the days. You told us a little bit about it before, but have you ever spoken about it on a podcast?
I'm sure I've spoken some things, but go away, no problem. We can discuss anything.
All right, let's talk about your journey. In regards to Islam. So
Islam, of course, I'm proud, alhamdulillah, blessed, born as a Muslim. Like some people through their lifetime might not even hear the message. So they'll hear the message, sorry, I'll reiterate, everyone will get the message, but in a right manner where it'll affect them positively. So Pashtun parents, Afghanistan heritage, and very conservative Muslim family, as in feared my mum more than anyone, to the point where to this day I'm nearly 43, married. If there's a kissing scene on TV, change the channel. Your wife can't touch it. Like, it's manners. It's very, very conservative. Pashtun kind of, it's like a tribal code. And yeah, since a early age, I remember learning stories of the prophets, Quranic stories. So as a young age, I knew about Suleiman, peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Musa to Ibrahim. So Mama used to tell us stories like that and how to pray. And it was all from the household, which I think is very important and losing now. That's the source university for all the kids. Don't stress on masjid and content. It starts at home. So if your kids are astray or you've been astray, that means your parents didn't do the right job. And what I mean that by, they might really teach you and push it, but it's also how you do it, not forcing it, not being aggressive.
Absolutely.
And I was raised in a very predominantly non-Muslim area, very English. I was the only brown face there. No one knew what Islam was. The closest masjid was a 45-minute drive.
Wow.
It was a converted church. So it was like this. You was a bit shamed as well. Young kid, you had to act cool. But I never went astray. My mother trusted me, my sister and brother, because we were raised well to the point where we never hid anything. We just talked to her father. So yeah, alhamdulillah, like I was taught in such a manner that I never touched a drug or alcoholic substance my whole life. And I was raised in an area where it was kind of common. There was no other Muslims there. You couldn't really, if you prayed, no one knew what you're doing. What's he doing? What's all this spending? You kind of hid. Ramadan, you just fast. You go to school and you fast. You won't tell anyone. They're all eating in front of you. You're just like this, So, but it's all thanks to my parents, So I have to always appreciate. If it wasn't for them, nothing, I won't be here. Obviously, everything comes from Allah, but they
facilitated it.
Yeah, they did it in a way where I think it's important. So you can learn. I learned from that as a father myself.
May Allah bless them.
Yeah, inshallah,
Ameen, ya Rabbi.
So, being a son to your parents, what are some of the lessons that you've extracted from how they parented you, and you use that today, inshallah, with your children?
Obviously, the teaching of the religion, Islam, and the importance of it in an early age, but not forcing it. My parents didn't really force it. Like they were kind of like letting us do our own thing, but in a way where we knew what respect was. But mostly, the best thing they've taught me is how to respect everyone and be humble. My mum always told me, never walk on this earth like the Quranic saying, like you own it. We're nothing. And she'd always say, you can be anything you want. There's Mike Tyson's there or Maradona. You could be that. I'm like, no, I couldn't. Yes, you can. Everyone's equal. Everyone's a human. It's just working hard. And I have that belief to this day. And then you learn other things through time. Times have changed. I was born in the 80s, so you could get a little slap, or your mum could, an auntie could slap you, or someone else's mum could slap you. It was the way it was, and you get told off by a teacher. I'd be told off all the time being bad in school, and my parents would say, suspend him more, hit him. My dad would go, hit him with the stick. They're like, no, we don't do that anymore. My dad goes, it's fine, I'll let you hit him. So, different era, bro. You can't do that anymore. Like, the times have changed. Everyone's gone a bit soft, but yeah, like, I'm like, it made me who I am, and I never feared anything, always been a strong believer, always been confident whatever I do will be successful. If it's not, it's from Allah. And yeah, I think, but I'm a bit softer as a parent myself. Myself, I've got daughters, so alhamdulillah, like with me, I'm too soft. Like, I can't tell them off. Like, then if I raise my voice, I feel so bad. I'm like, look at them and go, why did I do that? So I'm going to be a pushover, unfortunately.
I like that, bro. I like that. As men, may Allah keep our hearts soft, bro.
That's something that's beautiful about Islam. It highlights a lot of these things, these practical things, real life things with your family that, like in the West, they don't care about families in the West at all, frankly. Like someone hits, 18 years old, male, female, doesn't matter. A parent can kick them out of the house. Like, you're an adult, fend for yourself. And people have ended up homeless that way, unfortunately. So speaking about Islam, what are some things that Islam has kind of taught you, or that you've uncovered about Islam that has stood out to you, the recent years? Anything about masculinity or manhood?
Just how to be humble. Like, I think a lot of translations, or I won't even say translations, sorry, people who relay their message, there's a lot of misinterpretations going around as younger. Oh, we have to be this tough guy. Tell the wife to get in the kitchen. It's all fake. If we really follow the sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and how he was a soft, gentle, loving man. And then you change. I used to be too hard, tough, this, that, you know, very, they'd say like over the top, like friends would avoid me. I was a bit like aggressive like that. It's the wrong way. And just how the Prophet was with his wives, the kids, to people. I mean, there's an old hadith of when he used to walk past this old woman who used to be against him and his message. And you throw feces and garbage at him every day. And then one day it stopped, so he was questioning, where's this lady? What's wrong? And they found out she was sick. And he went to visit her, and she had shock on her face, like, how can you come visit me? I used to curse you. And he said, no, because I was worried. One day you didn't throw garbage. I wanted to see what's wrong. And then she apparently reverted on the time. So, I mean, just an example of what a man he was, who we should admire to be. So I've realized that Islam is perfect in all aspects, and also Allah is the most merciful. So, you know, we all make mistakes. We all sometimes complacent, delay a prayer, rude, curse, whatever it is. None of us, you'll sin every day, whether it's major or minor. But Allah's the most merciful. You have to understand that. So don't stop from praying, or don't stop from asking forgiveness and dhikr, you know. So that's what I learned. And it took me a long time to learn that. Also, the aspect of rizq and what's meant to be. Yeah. So nothing phases me. I've had highs and lows. It's a stress me, and I'm a big thing, like thinking I couldn't sleep. And now, it is what it is. If I die tomorrow, I'm ready to go. And I've never been that so strong-willed, you know. It is what it is. My only goal now is to be old enough to see my kids married off, inshallah. Someone to protect them, because if I'm not there, that's one thing, you know. And see them raised as good Muslims. That's my goal right now as a man. And I don't care. I would substitute that for money, anything else, you know. So these things you learn. And the masculinity thing, yeah, of course. Be a man, as in masculinity, means many things. What does that mean? Oh, I'm the tough guy. It means lead by example. Be the protector, the provider. Also be a father figure where everyone, when you go, you're respected. People can always say, he was a good man, he was a good man, he was an honest man. Yeah. I don't care if people say he's a tough guy. What's that to be proud of?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to die. And when my time comes, I don't want to die, but when I do, inshallah, I want them to say he was a good man. Everyone can say he was honest. He was a bit too honest at times, but he was honest. He never cheated someone. He never stole something. Good father, good man. And that's how you're remembered. And that's due to the real teachings of Islam. So, you know, with time you learn that. Like, there's a time and place to be tough and masculine. We're in an era where you don't need to be. Unless you're performing in martial arts or a sport. You know, I used to lose my temper on Deliveroo. You know, Uber Eats drivers? Yeah. Like these miskin, they're like poor guys from South Asian continent working for nothing, like peanuts, in the heat, driving motorbikes. And obviously, they just come on over the border and drive the motorbikes. They don't know how to be skilled. Yeah. They get in the car or they'd be late, and I'd lose my temper. Then one day I'm like, subhanAllah, look at me. What an arrogant clown. Who am I? These guys are working, and they could have had a bad day. They're new to the place, and look at me over a late McDonald's or a Pizza Hut. And like, shame like that. So calm yourself, have like, relax your temper and how your mannerisms. It's everything. It's not just posting messages about Islam and being nice. It's also your character, how you treat people. Yeah. Like, all my staff love me because it doesn't matter what position. I'm not no boss. I said I don't like this word boss. Just everyone's the same. You know, so you have to be humble because we are nothing, bro. I'm just blessed in certain ways and other people blessed in other ways. Doesn't mean anything. You can be 6'2", 5'4", muscular, skinny, fat. Money, it means nothing. We're nothing. None of us are even close to the Sahaba. Or those days, who we think, let alone prophets, and let alone, like, who are we? You know, so you have to be humble. Like, there's a narrative going around on socials about, make this, have this car, be you. It's all BS. It's all crap. And I'm getting fed up of seeing these influencers trying to push this portrayal, which is fake. It's just fake. And majority renting cars, majority using other people's houses. And if they've got it, good. But what are you showing off for? You're not Bill Gates even. And why is he showing off? You're not Elon Musk. You're not Mohammed bin Salman. Who are you? Nothing. Yeah. They could buy you. And then there's someone, you know? So there's always a bigger fish. I don't understand this whole concept of guys wearing their little suits, walking around like 15 years old. I'm making this much money, bro. No one cares. I swear, it doesn't impress anyone. You can go to people in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon. Poor people are smiling more than these people. So it means nothing. You're telling me you're bigger than them? No.
Okay, I found this on the web for a people smiling more than...
Serious,
Shaitan
it's a new
is-
phone.
Shaitan's
It's
at
a
the
new
seams.
phone.
Yeah,
Hey,
Shaitan's at the seams.
bro. So has it always been like this for you?
No, like I've always been to an extent humble. I swear, people, my face comes across differently, but Allah's gave me a face I deserve, I guess. But angry. But I've never like seen myself like you'll never see me. I'll do content before for stupid campaigns and things in social media, but I'm never one to this and that. It's always been there, but more so as I had children, more so in the last 5-6 years, because I realized life's more deep, bro. Tomorrow never comes. Today we could finish this. I could have a heart attack live. I could leave. One of you die in a car accident. Then what? Then we go see the creator. What? How are you going to impress the creator? Like how? Yeah, I had a nice car, I had a Ferrari, and I had this, and I had a 6-pack. I'm 6'2", and what were your good deeds? This. So we have to learn that. With age, the wiser you get. I lost 2 friends last 2 years, and it's a test. It shows anyone. One was 32 years old, younger than like. It shows you anyone's time is when you least expect. It's a reminder. The Prophet, peace be upon him, used to say, go to graveyards often, visit them, go to janazas. It's a reminder. Why? Just to remind yourself. Don't get too comfortable. This dunya is temporary. And I started to get more into that recently. Yeah, I've had my times and pushing this and that, but films influence people. A lot of these things when people go, be this boss, it's from movies. They get influenced by these Godfather, Scarface, this corny stuff. It's good to watch whatever you want to watch, but bro, it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? Relax, be reality, and stop pushing this, because like a brother Shamsi once always makes this point in all his talks, and I love it. He says, the West ban gang violence, guns, murder, rape, this, that. These are all illegal, no? And should be. But they'll pay rappers millions of dollars to perform these things on stage.
That's very true.
And then I want to drive by you shoot. So, you know, you're paying them millions of dollars to perform this on stage. I'm guilty. I listened to hip hop when I was a kid, and I can't lie. But you're going for one thing, but you're promoting this kind of thing. So you know what I'm saying? And it made me think he's spot on right with that. So these are legal. Then why are you pushing this agenda?
Yeah. I think that's the main difference between Islam and the West. In the West, their priority is just money, military power, conquer the whole earth. They have made themselves the sovereign. That's all they care about. In Islam, people like, you know, why you guys ban everything? Why is everything haram? Why is everything forbidden? Because when we know something's bad or something's wrong, we actually stay away from it. We value the good of society over the good of the individual, or like what I want to do versus what you want to do. We take what's good for all of society as a whole. So when people like, they look at Islam like it's, oh, this is haram. Every single thing, you know, drugs, alcohol, gambling, riba, you can link it to like an excessive, disease
There's
or
a
some
reason
kind
behind
of
every
some kind of insane harm.
No, I agree with that. I also want to clarify one thing. Sometimes I'm a bit harsh on my podcast. The West, when we say the West, we mean the leadership and the agenda. We don't mean the people in the West, because there's very good non-Muslim, there's very innocent people in all these countries. I was in the States lately. The most friendliest race I've ever met. Welcoming. You can pray. I saw sisters covering. Not one look at them. You can live. And subhanAllah, some places in the West have more freedom to practice Islam than our own countries.
Yeah.
Let's not lie.
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush. So the problem is agendas behind the leaders and the people who control. It's all about money and monetary, but there are good people there, and everyone, Allah will, the message will hit everyone, but not everyone will have the good message, because us Muslims, we have a bad examples also.
Yeah.
Crazy dawah speakers, too intense. So unfortunately, the Prophet's not around anymore. So if he was, the whole world would be Muslim.
Yeah.
So that's our job, to give a good message and be an example. Oh, she's wearing this, she's showing too much, or he's doing this. No, speak to them. Like, be an example. If you're not an example, why would you become a Muslim?
Yeah.
From the way the media, why would you become Muslim when you see this? Like, oh, you're haram, you do this. No one's going to come. The Prophet won't do that. So we have to fix our own house. And I don't think enough Muslims do.
Yeah.
I watch dawah speeches, this, that, and there's too much. There's fitna between dawah speakers, bro.
Yeah.
There's wars over who's a better dawah guy. It's embarrassing now. Like, for me, I'm not a scholar. I've got a limit. I won't go out and do speeches and stuff. I haven't got the knowledge. But I can do dawah to an English person just to tell the perks of Islam, meaning spread a good message. And everyone should do that. But be an example. You can't give a good message, then go raving on a weekend, or give a good message and be a drug dealer, or give a good message and then be punching your wife and kids. It's an example, and people know that. Example, you can know when someone enters a room and how people greet them or react to them by their character. You can't fake it.
Yeah.
There's fear and there's respect, and respect's there because they're good to everyone. So we have to be an example of Islam. And we all say we love the Prophet, peace be upon us, but none of us act like him.
Yeah.
And until you really study him, not what the West portray, if you really study how he was, we wish we should be like that. So once we do that, then we should worry about the West, in my opinion. You can't control the government. None of us, well, we're just normal humans. We're living there. You've got people, we earn there. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, do not break a contract. So as citizens, when you have these passports, it's haram to go against and betray those contracts. Don't let them take you out of Islam, of course. But you're a citizen, live by the laws of the land, as long as it doesn't take you out of Islam. This is Islamic hukum.
Yeah.
That contract as you get a passport. So that's the beauty of Islam. When the Byzantians took in the Prophet, peace be upon him, like he was amongst them.
Yeah.
But free to practice our religion. They're not making us stop praying. They're not making you not do your fast. They're letting you do what you want.
Yeah.
They're not saying, like France are, but in Canada or London, take off that hijab. They're not. You want to pray, go Jummah, here's a 2-hour break. They let you. So respect it too and be an example, then everyone will follow. Don't follow to say we're the best. No, just show why Islam's the best. And that's the goal, bro. I think a lot of us missing that strategy. Myself before for many years. That is how you do it. Be an example. And if you are, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, a lot of people think that living in the West we're oppressed, Islamophobia. You know, it's a buzzword that we can't practice Islam. Yet, how many of us look at it as a dawah opportunity like it is? That every single day we could just give dawah.
Bro, I think there's no oppression. As in, the government as well. There's very many bad things will happen, which takes a domino effect to why immigration is like it is. We all know this. We don't have to get into this. Many bad Western governments have invaded poor countries for oil and money, and that's why you see this aggression also. But I was born and raised UK, and I could literally, I'd see stands of guys with black flags saying they want Sharia law. I'd see that in the 90s, 2000s. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't care. They understand that you have a preacher of it. Christian preacher, you have Hare Krishnas running. They're speaker's corner, a place where you can say what you want. Literally, people disrespect the royal family or whatever and the president's pride. Bro, you can't do that in any other countries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't like that degeneracy. I don't like disrespecting anyone. I think it's wrong. I didn't even like when Muslims were, we don't believe in the royal family, queen. We don't. Everyone's equal to us. But don't disrespect the dead. It's a sin as well.
Yeah.
She's this, that. How, bro? The Prophet would never do this.
Yes, also.
So we're all getting, she's this, whatever she's done, Allah judges. Why are you going out your way making statuses cursing her? You look silly. And that's my issue. Like these young guys with emotion, they're like insecure. Be an example. We're not, be an example. When you're an example, you don't have to pitch anything. People say, why is he so nice? Why? And what this? And then they'll follow. That's how the Prophet did it.
Yes,
We were talking about this with Hamza Zortis, and it was like, judge me by my enemies. So if your enemies are people that aren't even a threat, then it shows a lot about yourself. You know?
Yeah, I think a lot of the messages coming around sometimes are very bad, and I understand the animosity the West has to sometimes the Islam Muslims, not because of a small minority who are acting a certain way. I used to be going to a mosque in Essex, and there'd be guys outside chanting, Sharia law, the West, this, that, hate. And I said, guys, what are you doing? Why are you what's that going to do to the brothers? And why are you making this animosity? Let's pitch what's good about Islam and spread. Why are you so angry? And then, if we hate it so much, why are we here? Let's go to Muslim land. Here, for a message, let's be an example. Let's show them the beauty of Islam. Because it's perfection. But they'll not see that. You know what I mean? They'll not see it. So it's very important for me, that people are an example which we're supposed to follow.
Yeah. That's a good point. And most people, I think, come to Islam because of things like that. Because a Muslim bought them a pizza, or Hamza was actually telling us that one guy, he came, he's like, I found a contradiction here and there, and he tried to appeal to the guy emotionally, and a lot of the time there's a much better result there. So in that case, the guy ended up crying and stuff, subhanAllah. And he had a little bit of a freak out, but afterwards he came back and alhamdulillah. I don't know if he accepted Islam or not afterwards, but a lot of the time, people, we're humans, right? People just want emotional connection, emotional understanding. Sometimes if there's a guy who yells at you in the street for being a Muslim, yells at your wife for wearing hijab, sometimes taking a step back and talking to them like a normal human being, given that they didn't do anything too crazy, they will end up respecting you more. than if you say, come fight me, like it might be scary.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
I would react badly back in the day. I didn't get that. But my face, I got away with a lot. But I'd react silly and think, why am I doing that? Like, it's haram for me to be stronger than someone and just take it out on them.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't really get it, but I said, don't react. And then you calm and you walk away. What are you going to get from that? Unless it's a situation where you have to, there's no need.
Yeah.
What am I going to slap? Like a small guy. What am I going to get from that? Okay, wow, I look good beating him up. No more, it's haram. Be the bigger man. Like I told you, the Prophet, peace be upon him, used to never confront. So then, like you said, they'll be like, wow, I just did this. I saw a sister once. Someone murdered her son, a Muslim hijabi in America, and she was forgiving the killer and this. And he was in tears. Like, that is power, bro. That's more impressive to me than a man knocking out 10 guys and stuff,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't. But that shows me real Imam.
Yeah, and not just you. The Prophet ﷺ, when he walked, there's a hadith that said when he walked into the masjid, he saw the Sahaba, they were wrestling each other. So he asked, what are you doing? And they're like, we're wrestling. He's like, why are you wrestling? They're like, we wanted to see who was the strongest amongst us. And the Prophet ﷺ was like, what is strength? What does it mean to be strong? They're like, the strong one is the one who can overtake the other one and, pin him down and all that stuff. And the Prophet ﷺ said, no, the strong one is one who can hold in his anger when he's mad.
So true, bro. When I didn't understand, I used to think, what do you mean by that? That's very true. Control emotions when it's some real hardship or calamity happens, then you see real strength.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm telling you, I've been there, and that was my biggest test. And some brothers gave me some advice, which helped me a lot because some things could go out of hand, and that's true. Then you really feel, alhamdulillah, like, wow, like I have self-discipline. So that's a beautiful hadith that is, yeah.
Alhamdulillah. There's been a lot of like people in the red pill community who eventually come to Islam or look to Islam. A lot of the time they take Islam and like some ahadith or some verse or some fact, like you can have 4 wives, out of context, and they kind of basically make Islam propagate their own red pill values. Do you have the same sentiment? What's your experience with that community?
I'm getting fed up with this. I'm seeing a lot of these donkeys, yeah? And they are donkeys how they behave, so whoever takes offense to that is no problem. Like, take it, I'm calling you it, right? What Islam is not about the 4 wives. Surah Al-Nisa about the wife, they take out of context. Anyone knows through times things change. It's allowed, yes, but there's conditions to everything. Number one, there's conditions to everything. You tell me, we can't even treat each other equally here. Yeah. Very hard, yeah? There's terms for this, yeah? The wife's thing. And first of all, treat your first wife well. Are you being a good Muslim husband? Are you spending time with her? Are you raising your kids with her? Are you trying to become better Muslims? Are you giving that attention? Or are you just bored and want halal sex? Let's be clear. Yeah. Is it just for halal sex or you really want to be married? That's the first thing I get angry with. Second thing is these terms of, they're scorning the wife or being tough. No, there's no such thing. This anti-woman hatred is crazy. This, what they post, and women are like this, women cheat more than them. No, they don't. Men are the most dominant race. When a man is a donkey, the woman's going to reflect the donkey. You are the man. If you're weak, she will be weak. You're the man.
Yeah.
If she doesn't respect her husband, he's coming back, looking in the mirror and going out all night and just ignoring her and putting pictures in nightclubs and showing off. Bro, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Let her leave him and do the same back so you feel. No, there's no pass for us to act like degenerate monkeys.
Yeah.
This whole, bro, we've got chapters. Khadija, Allah bless her, the first prophet's wife, she was a powerful, influential woman. Maryam, there's chapters on her. Aisha was a scholar. What are they, the prophet used to lay on their laps and stuff, his head.
Yeah.
The prophet was the strongest of all men. Strength of temper, it makes me laugh, you know what I'm saying? And I think, there's no shame in that. Yeah, be a man, but she's a reflection of you. Oh, she did this, that, then you're weak, you're soft, you are a donkey.
Yeah.
You've come there shouting, going out all night. Your responsibility, you've took that wife off someone, she had a father of a man. Some might not have fathers around. I'm a father. If someone married my daughters and acted in this way, bro, God help them. I'd show them, okay, this is what happens, I'm going to teach her respect. I'm going to teach her how to be the best woman she can be. But I expect a man to give her the life that I gave her or the morals she had. So these guys, They'll be preaching Islam. Next thing, they're jumping in pools with girls, hanging with OnlyFans models and acting degenerate. Bro, whatever you do, it's up to you. But don't be pushing this agenda, using Islam that way, because you're mocking it.
Yeah.
You are mocking it. The Sahaba would have slapped you and you would have cried in your space.
Yeah.
Bro, go to Chechnya and Dagestan, act like that. Or Afghanistan. Go around Chechen Muslims, the ones on deen, and just try and act in that way. You won't even do it.
Yeah.
Why don't these guys act like that in front of imams and act like that, but they do it on the, That tells you a lot about the character. It's this agenda, and they're interpreting it wrong, and they're making Western females hate it. Islam has a role for men and women, like in life. The man has a role, the woman has. Woman's university, the man is the one to protect and look after her. That's it. If she can work, no problem. But the man has to say what to do, but in a nice manner where she can't do things, you can't do the same. Doesn't mean you can't go there, I can go clubbing. No, it goes for both of you.
Yeah.
You can't free mix. It's a sin. Free mixing. So, if you treat a woman right, Islamically, she will not, unless she's mentally insane like them, or the man's mentally insane. No, really. Why would she complain? Why would she have an issue?
Yeah.
Facts.
It's not about gifts. If you treat her well as a Muslim, if you're a good Muslim, you won't even shout.
Yeah.
You won't even be aggressive because for Allah it's haram. Yeah, so you wouldn't have problems. I learn from mistakes. But if you live by Islam on deen and both the husband and wife are on deen and they're Islamically
Inshallah.
on point, you will not have a problem.
Yeah.
Period.
Facts.
It's a proven fact. But if the man's a degenerate or acting like that, bro, the woman, I'm all for her rebelling. Teach him a lesson. It's just like, how are you going to be saying, I need 4 wives, and you're running around acting like this, bro?
Yeah.
I also say another thing. These men go, I want a virgin wife, this, that. There's a Quranic verse about marry someone the same as you. A chaste man marries a chaste woman. An unchaste man, chaste means like a virgin, whatever. You can't be a degenerate. Like the ones who are born Muslim, I want to say too. Running around sleeping, promiscuous, and they want, I want a virgin girl from the village. No. You don't deserve it. You're a dirty monkey. Why should you? You should marry someone like you. Why don't you marry OnlyFans girl? What's the difference? They want to go, I was a scumbag. Yeah, but when I get to marry, I want a good girl. No. If I saw a guy come to my door and he was a degenerate and he goes, yeah, but I've got it out of my system, I'll be like, no, you're dirty. What's your past? Yeah, no, I've got a porn star for you. Go away. This is another thing I can't stand. Like, what do you mean? You're an animal. There's no halal green pass for doing zina. There's nothing. Oh, it's weird, but in life, I'm going to do haram. And, oh, wow. So what?
I'm going to go to Hajj.
Discipline.
I'll be forgiven.
Yeah. I do everything, but I don't eat pork, bro. Like, I get drunk and do cocaine. I don't eat pork. Right? It's donkey world, and they're all donkeys. I hate it.
Absolutely. Bro.
Islam is for all. There is no better man or woman. Everyone has their roles. Like, there's clear roles as it should be in the West. The man's the man, the woman's the woman. A woman is the one that raises children. My mum, I told you, did everything. The university, the man goes out to work and provide. If he cannot, she can assist. Why not? As long as everything's in a halal way. But you are a protector. You are an example. If you are a weak... It's like a country. If the president or prime minister is weak and a clown, the country is in disarray.
Yeah.
If he's an iron fist or not in such a bad way, but a good leader, respected, the country is safe. Look at the UAE.
Yeah.
There's no police on the streets.
Yeah,
Everyone loves
that's
a
true,
sheikh. He walks around with no security.
Yeah.
He's respected, so the country's safe. It's an example, I'm saying. So I think this whole, bro, it's a trend I don't like. And it's funny because a lot of them who you see on these mics and the way they talk, they're not like that behind the mic. And
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, just be real. You can see a mile off. And I respect more the kuffar guy who doesn't pretend and acts that way than the Muslim who pretends. I respect that more because he's being real.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of insecurity in front there, bro. Like, there's this one red pill quote. It's like, she's not your girl, it's just your turn. I'm just like, this is the most bizarre.
And
Astaghfirullah.
defending, I'm not for that. These women, they're making their own mistakes. These non-Muslim women or Muslim women, but women are very fragile. Also, they can be manipulated very easily. I was younger, I know. The men can play the game. I want to marry. It's not they're gonna send Allah to the judge, but men manipulate them and use them, and then they talk like this. You can't judge a woman what she's done. Allah will judge her. We don't know her circumstances. She's never been around a father figure. Some get manipulated. I'm gonna marry you, and then they get into this. Bro, it's bad, bro. And it's the man is to blame because the man is controllable. There's not what woman's gonna. I've got this man possessed, and he's loving me. Like, no, you've made her that way. Men have pushed that on. The men rule society. men control society. So if the status is like this and women become like, it's because the man's fault. The man's soft. So I blame the man. I blame weak men. I blame soft men. I blame degenerate men. And that's why women are a reflection of this. If you don't want these OnlyFans, stop subscribing. If you don't want porn, stop watching porn. You're hanging with porn stars. What's the difference? What's the difference between bikinis being flashed online? And to me, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So Tam, talk about your relationship with Andrew Tate. Many people, they first saw you in that video of Andrew Tate praying.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. The first video I ever saw of Andrew Tate being a Muslim officially was that video with you. And it went viral and everyone was like, Allahu Akbar, we got a new brother in Islam. So how is your relationship with Andrew Tate and how did it start?
We've known each other since 15, 16 years. When he first fought, it was on my show in Essex. He was a young kid, so we know each other from the old days. A lot of us old fighters, we have a relationship. It's just networking. You stay in touch, and we'd always stay in touch online, Facebook, High Five, whatever the media was. And then when I lived in Dubai, so it's like I'm the Dubai go-to guy. Oh, Tam's in Dubai, let's go meet him. So people would reach out, message, and we were like that in contact. Then I saw him getting everywhere. I'm like, what are you doing? We'd laugh on socials. Why? I'm seeing you everywhere. Where's this money coming from? And then we got close. The age gets different, and I remember specifically the last few years I post Islamic quotes and sayings or Abu Bakr sayings, whatever. And he'd always, on Instagram you see like hearts he'd always like them. I'm like, that's weird. I remember one point he was a bit dodgy. That's crazy. He's always liking these pics. And then we talk and things like that, and just kept in touch. And we said, let's do something in Dubai. Come over and we'll do some kind of event. And then we got really close when he moved to Dubai. I brought him over, spending a lot of time, and I remember we were talking always like Islam, and I liked the way he was, even as a non-Muslim, talk about Islam, how it doesn't bend over for anyone. It's Islam or nothing. We don't bend our rules. We don't have gay imams. We don't, whatever happens, we're not going to say, yeah, it's allowed. No, it's like this. I can't judge you, but Islam is black and white. If you don't do it, you're sinning. You might be homosexual, but you're still Muslim. Fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might be doing zina every day. It's haram. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? So then we're talking, and I know it's going to sound corny on this podcast, but we're me, him, and Steven Seagal and a few of us sit in a room, so that it's a true story. And I'm doing that, we're talking to them. And Seagal's listening. I'm like, look, talking about, I think one of the things I said to him, which Andrew loved, was I said, look, you can go to a delivery driver, a Talabat driver, a homeless Muslim, Bangladesh, wherever. Say, here's $1 million. On this video, denounce Islam, the Prophet, peace be upon him, Allah, and just change. They won't do it.
Never.
One might maybe do it for the money. You'll never find that. No. Go to any other religion, do that. Or another guy, go slap your mum. I swear to you, you'll be sick. $10 million, just slap your mum. Not too hard, but slap her. They'll do it. I swear to you, I know guys who will do it. That's the power of Islam. I said, and he was like, yeah, you're right. I said, listen, let's go to a masjid one day. I want to take you to a mosque to feel how it is to pray, like prostate, big guys, small guys, champions, UFC, boxing, billionaires, poor. We all bow our heads to one creator. We're all the same, yeah? He goes, yeah, I'd love to. He goes, but gee, I want to revert anyway. He said himself, I was looking at him going, okay. So then we arranged it for a Saturday, and it was a UFC night, and I kind of like slipped my mind. We were playing that, and then he's called me, bro, what time? Oh, yeah, we're going. He goes, I'll pick you up. Came in his famous Bugatti. We drove, and we missed Isha, but it was empty. It's the masjid. So me and him, and cleaners, workers there, who monitor the caretakers. So we did, I prayed the 2 sunnah, like nafil. Because the prayer's done, we're just doing 2 sunnah reward when you enter the masjid. I said, I'll do it aloud, everything, from sujood to everything, because it's teaching.
Yeah.
And they follow me. The next one I go, let's do another one. I want to film it. He goes, you sure? I went, yeah. I said, you know what? You put a lot of stuff out there. It's cool, but a lot of stuff, it's just, put this out, it's positive. Just trust me. I want Muslims to see. If you can, the young Muslims should be ashamed that I'm praying. Filmed it, this, that, and he had this, wallah, he had nur in his face. I can read people, bro. I used to fight as living. I was a street guy. I can look in someone's eyes, they're scared, if they're lying. I've got this thing, I just look in the eyes, I can tell how they are. I can stare into them. Just I learned this. He had this nur, like I was doing that, we talk about stories. But it wasn't dawah, it wasn't just the beauty of Islam. I wasn't dissing Christianity, I was just talking. And one guy just joined in, dissing Christianity. I said, bro, stop. Which kind of put him off. Like, stop dissing other religions. We don't need to. Just let's promote what we've got. We don't need to diss anything. It's not loud. And I was happy. So we just left. And we're driving to UFC and we're just having a nice, not UFC, to a chicken spot to watch UFC. and I'm sitting with him, and I remember I'm sitting right next to him. We're having like some fried chicken for chips. Tristan comes in his white suit. It's a chicken sort of Tristan like James Bond, and I look in. I blow. It's a very high res. I go, look, I'm doing it. He goes, all right, and I was boom. I said to him, and then it just went berserk, and then yeah. So Allah brought him to Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
No one else, Allah's will. And then let me say one thing clearly about Andrew as well. I get calls 24/7 to meet him, do business, this, that, billionaire, this, that. Never goes. Every time Islamic Society called us or to go to a class, I swear without a second, he goes, what time? Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not lying. Yeah, I'm telling you.
SubhanAllah.
So there's other videos. We've never posted it. There's one come out about a Hajj tour. There's one about going to a revert center. He went and walked around. Everyone was like that. Even recently, he goes, bro, I can't wait to be back. I miss going Jummah with you. He said, well, he said it himself. I didn't even ask him. But even Jummah, some khutbahs, bro, I had to. In the car, it was a car park speaker. I couldn't get out because, bro, he got mobbed. Like, he's in we're sitting there and everyone's like this. It's just, I feel uncomfortable for him, you know?
Yeah.
We get in and get out of the car and it's just mobs. Bro, I've been around everyone from Mayweather, Van Damme, you name it. I've never seen, maybe Cristiano gets that, yeah? Or Michael Jackson, for sure.
Yeah.
But I've never seen reactions like when I'm out with him. It's crazy. We nearly crashed, bro. I'm in his car, everyone reckons that car. People coming out windows, driving on Dubai like trying to film. He's like, what are you doing? It's mad, bro.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah, so, and then unfortunately, he got jailed weeks after. So people say, why is he saying this? Why is he not practicing? Bro, he did Shahada, reverted. A few weeks, then he's in jail in Romania around Noist Muslims. What do you what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What do you want him to be? Sheikh bin Baz? It's not going to happen. The guy has got the biggest calamity of his life. He just reverted and he's trying his best. Bro, I'm not perfect. I've been born Muslim. Yeah, 42 years. But one thing I want to make clear, the impact he had for the Muslim revolution, I'll call it, was massive. It'll be historic. We're not about him coming out and doing that, his promotion of Islam. Bro, I'm telling you on a daily basis, I'm not going to say to show off how many people revert or message me and DM me because of him. Bro, it's insane.
Well, I mean, we've seen it. Every single person who came on our podcast to take Shahada or tell their story mentioned Andrew Tate in some regard.
So there you go. So you're telling me Allah's not rewards, inshallah. He came for a reason. That guy was there for a reason, and I'm not going out. People say, "Oh, what do you mean?" Allah does everything, but that man role is such a reason for this massive wave of this power of Islam, from influencers to celebs to this young generation of boys. I'm telling you, and it's strong as a Malcolm X came in those days. There's different paths,
Yeah.
but that impact through social media has been influential. So whatever anyone says, you've got to say Alhamdulillah for putting Islam, whatever you say, in the minds of millions. And people don't remember that. They'll just say he does this, he's got a cigar there, the whole video of this, car, women, whatever. Up to this. You can't measure what he's done because his circumstances. But every time on Candace Owen, Patrick Bet-David, BBC, Tucker Carlson, Islam.
Yeah.
Who does that? Muslims are scared to promote Islam. Muslims are scared.
SubhanAllah.
So I'll always defend him for that. And what his message is powerful, bro. And if it wasn't for him, hundreds and thousands wouldn't have been Muslim. So he has done a major, major thing. And we were coming from a stage where you guys were younger than me. The last 10, 15 years, it was this atheism thing was ruling.
Yeah.
Even Muslims are acting like, I don't know. Now Islam's like, everyone wants to be Muslim. Everyone's like, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Muslim, Islam. Yeah. It's come with a bang. Bro, tell me if it wasn't for Andrew Tate, who brought that back?
Yeah, and also the hardest demographic. I was talking to Sunnah guy when he came to visit in Canada, and he mentioned the hardest demographic to reach for Islam are like young white men.
Always
the hardest,
has been.
the most difficult to reach. And those like young white men especially are like, a lot of them are the propagators of the new age atheism and that stuff. Like Richard Dawkins is the older guy, but he's a white guy. Sam Harris, like these guys, they were the ones pushing this narrative. So all of a sudden, Andrew Tate comes out, he accepts Islam, talks about it, and then boom, all these young men, the hardest demographic, all of a sudden like turn almost overnight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, how can Muslims out there talk and just go against him? I see people on Twitter. How are you not going to defend a brother? Do you not see the calamity he's going through? He's literally 3 weeks Muslim and he went to jail.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Now he's in Romania. Who's he around? There's nowhere to live. It's Romania.
Yeah.
Bro, we are our whole life. I know Muslims 50 years old still can't practice.
Yeah.
Still don't know anything about Islam. You know what I mean? So, all you out there talking rubbish and judging, don't forget that the one who does that is on them, calling him non-Muslim or going against him. If it wasn't for him, this movement wouldn't be there. And I'll clearly say it, and anyone else who debate me on it can debate me all day. There's millions of Dawah guys, but he has influence more than all of them combined. And because of that, they're all coming to these guys. And they'll talk bad about him, but they'll still use him clickbait in all their videos. These Dawah guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Andrew Tate, why are you using the name?
Yeah.
If I don't like someone, do you think I'm going to do a podcast on pedophilia or homosexual guys or LGBTQ? I don't care of it. I don't accept it. I don't acknowledge it. I won't promote it. So stop using him as clickbait. Accept it and say, Alhamdulillah, this guy helped a lot. Let's help him, support him. Whatever the case, pre-Islam, whatever the case, khalas,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
If you're not, then you're not a true Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, because something they don't realize is he actually has a right over us. He has a right, especially in his situation. He's locked up, he's in jail. You know, the only defense he has right now is his legal team.
100%, bro.
Like, he has a right over us. So we have an amana to defend him as a brother in Islam, especially like for what he's done, how new of a Muslim he was. There are some stories of some Sahaba, like for example, one Sahabi, there are many narrations about this. He would drink repetitively in public and he would be logged many times in front of the Prophet ﷺ. I don't know which Sahabi it was, but one Sahabi was like, basically cursed him. It's like, what's wrong with you? Do you not have shame? You're doing this in front of the Prophet every single day? Prophet ﷺ said, don't talk to him like that. Don't help shaitan against him. You know, all these people, they're helping shaitan against Andrew Tate. And he's a strong-minded guy, may Allah bless him. So I don't really have a fear that he'll leave
He's
or
a strong
anything.
minded guy, but also it takes its toll, bro. Anyone, you've come to
Yeah.
a deen, you defend it, and the people, Muslims going against you, come on.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. All those Muslims doing this, is that camera on? Or this one? Be ashamed. Be ashamed of yourself. It's a shameful behavior.
Yeah.
And I'll even defend his brother, the way he speaks about Islam highly.
Yeah.
No one can understand. These guys came from nothing, bro. Father was around, but they were also striving for themselves and to find Islam. The guys are multimillionaire, has the women, what people say, the money, the cars, the fame.
Yeah.
Still came to Islam. What does he need it for? People say he's paid for. What paid to be Muslim? How's holding a Quran, going to a Romanian court, an Orthodox Christian country, going to help you win a case? That's going to make you lose a case. He still did that proudly. So, bro, stop the BS. All these guys, I don't care if they hate me. I get hate all day on Twitter. I'm blessed. He's a brother. I'll always defend him. And I really believe his influence of what he did was monumental in the next generation of Islam. And I truly believe you can laugh, but you'll remember that. It was such a monumental move to the point where, bro, I see people like Patrick Bet-David one day. I see a lot of people taking note. Yeah. These sneakos, these guys all came from him. His influence. So, you know?
100%. Yo, this actually clears a lot of things up because Father and I, we were in Mecca, doing Umrah a few days ago. And we met a brother out there and he was saying that he saw the video that Andrew Tate did where he was with Tristan, they put a toilet and they were reenacting what it was like to be in jail for 24 hours. And he said that the one thing that was concerning to him is that in the entire video, Andrew didn't pray once. And when I heard that, I'm not gonna lie.
You haven't seen the video, right?
It was a little concerning. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I've never seen the video. But when you're putting it like that, it puts it all into perspective. Like, damn, it was only like that short amount of time before he actually went to jail.
I know, people, brother.
Yeah, that's true.
You're born with, alhamdulillah, you've been raised well. I don't know, embarrass people. I know thousands and hundreds of thousands around. I will pray or leave a room and go and pray. They just sit there. Muslims who don't fast, born Muslims, no Islam, South Asian culture, born, raised, no Islam. They don't pray. Yeah. We're talking about a guy who's come from the extremes of non-Islam. 3 weeks, never learned to pray. He didn't understand. Doesn't even know who, where.
He's a convert too, so it took you time, didn't it?
Yeah, no, bro, it took me...
Took only that time, bro, to understand Islam and being in jail. Try and do it in a Christian Orthodox country, in jail, weeks after, you don't know what's going on with your life, no communication, and then you're out in house arrest, all around, there's no Muslims around.
Exactly.
Bro, Allah will judge everyone accordingly, and Allah knows that you people don't understand. Muslims themselves who know Islam don't pray. Sisters don't cover. Muslims drink alcohol, go clubbing, who are born, raised no better, and they're trying to judge him on this. Bro, worry about our own houses. I used to miss a lot of prayers. Do you know what this hadith is about? Three Jummahs intentionally being missed in a row. What does it say? Takes you out of the realm of Islam, you know?
Yeah.
And what's the first question we'll be asked for on the
Salah.
Your salah.
I tell Muslims that. You know better. You intentionally miss it. Oh, I need to eat. I'm bodyboarding. What? Ramadan. I need my gym. Imagine. I know athletes who would not fast during camps for a fight
Wow.
because the fight meant more. When you got brothers like Khabib goes, I'm not going to have a fight during Ramadan. Guys, that meant more to them than Islam. Imagine. I'm sorry, but it's shocking to me.
You see,
And they're going to go, of course, bro, teach me how to make a plane. Yeah? Tell me about it in a day, and then 3 weeks later you leave me in the class. I'm going to be like, all right, I don't know what to do. The course is finished, done.
Yeah.
You can't learn even by reading the Quran how to pray. Can you? It's the hadith. We know it. You can't learn how to pray just having the Quran. How would he know?
Yeah.
And then obviously, the stress, Allah knows accordingly. So these people, bro, people expect him to revert, be Malcolm X, be Mufti Mink in one day. It does not happen.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. It's insane. You cannot, everyone's going to be judged accordingly. You are your circle, you're around good brothers, you're all together. Who is he around? Killers? Guards? What are you going to see?
That's facts.
If you're raised in a street, it's like poverty. People blame Hispanic community or black. No, if you're going to put a community in a ghetto with no financial freedom in projects, what do you expect they're going to do? Crime will happen. They need to survive.
Yeah.
Put them in Fisher Island in Miami. Put them in Hampstead Heath, London. Then see how they behave.
Yeah.
It's social experiments. So people don't think outside the box and like, Judge, put yourself in his shoes. Learn Judaism, stuff like that. But I'm saying, in 3 weeks, traveling and just go. Tell me, you won't even be able to answer 5 questions.
Yeah.
I want you all to take this in that it's almost been a year since that video came out. So time flies.
God.
It's crazy.
Wow, yeah.
Right? So this being said, what would some of your advice be to your younger self with Surah Al-Asr? So Rami, do you want to quickly go over what Surah Al-Asr means?
Surah Asr.
Yeah.
The recitation.
Yeah,
or-
recitation and
Okay.
just a quick translation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says in the Quran, he swears by time. And Asr is not just time, it's time that's running out. So he swears by time that's running out. He says, indeed, mankind is in loss. He says, إلا الذين آمنوا, except those who believe, وعملوا الصالحات, and do good deeds, وتواصوا بالحق, and call each other, exalt each other to the truth, وتواصوا بالصبر, and exalt each other towards patience.
Alhamdulillah. So what message do you have to young men on using this limited time that's always running out?
Brother, just bet yourself. First things first, Salah, get in check. Please pray. Whatever you do, you must be regularly praying, because when you pray regularly, you'll stop other sins. Believe me, when you're about to prosper, you're not going to think of, oh, I want to see this woman or this, because I've got to face Allah. The next few hours, it helps. I'm telling you, that's one of the tricks too. So read about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Read about the sunnahs and how to behave. Be good to your parents. Please, they're limited time. Just look after the ones who brought you to this earth. Be good to everyone. This is very important. I made these mistakes, neglecting and doing my thing, being selfish. And just honestly follow the footsteps of the Sahaba and the Prophet and the Sunnah, because it's very important. We're limited. Be a good role model. Do sadaqah. Look after those less fortunate. Even if it's a small a day, 5 dirhams, 1 quarter, give. Bro, this money's not ours. It means nothing, yeah? But honestly, everything stems from Salah. I can't explain. Get that in check. Pray and understand what you're saying when you pray. Every Jummah, read Surah Al-Kahf, read about the cave, read the story. Beautiful stories people even neglect, don't know about, you know? And then, speak to guys who are in the Dawah game, watch videos. Some of these brothers are good online, YouTube. Watch them, just watch debate. My knowledge comes from watching debates. I watch a lot of debates. Oh, I never knew that. This about everything. But honestly, when you pray regularly, when you cleanse your sins, when you do wudu, when you're praying, you're sitting there. Go to masjids as much as you can. Be around good brothers. My biggest advice would be stay around a good circle of people. Like you say, your network's your net worth, but do that Islamically. Because believe me, that's very important. You need a good circle who are supportive. Do you know how you judge your friends? Yeah, it's a tip to all the brothers out there. God forbid you die tomorrow. You got a wife and kids, and they're homeless. They have to live with a friend of yours. You need a friend they live with won't even look up at them. I've got many friends like that. I know if I gone, they could live. My wife and kids will live there. That brother would not even look at them. My wife in a certain way. And he'd say, "Here's your freedom. And, here's your house. Here's this." And bye. But how many guys watching this can do that with their friends? Huh? After 5, 6 years. How many?
Yeah.
That's how you test a friend, bro. Test them. That's when you know, is he on deen or not? Then they'll be like, I don't know, you know. Yeah, I feel shy. He looks a bit like this. He's a bit of shape. He's a bit of a... Then he's not a friend, is he?
Yeah.
That's how you judge. So, honestly, the basics, bro, of Islam. Let's not become scholars. None of us. Get to the basics, pray, follow the 5 pillars, follow all the requirements, and just be a good person, and just sabr, like you said, patience. Don't. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And learn slowly, step by step, and live by Islamic values. Don't sell out for money. Don't use riba. Don't use some of these scams to make money when it's haram. Don't. I've got offered untold amount of money for gambling companies to sponsor events, or when I used to do box events, alcohol. How much F&B sells, or other things.
Yeah.
I say I don't care, but a lot of people say it's the easy way out. It doesn't matter. I know what's set for me, and whatever's going to come to me, whatever I do will come for me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever always come for come. Allah knows best. So work as much as you can, but this dunya is limited. That's why, even with you guys, I always have a time I want to spend with my kids, because, bro, like, why am I going to neglect that to chase what? I need to spend time with them at this age, you know? In the older generation, a lot of the dads didn't do that. That's one of the flaws. They'd be like, work hard, come back, bro, stare at the kids, long nights and days. That's not life, bro. We're not here to sit there running to pay a mortgage your whole life. What's this stupid life they do?
Yeah.
Whatever you can be, don't means if you have to rent your whole life, rent. That's the way it's meant to be. But my point is, my biggest thing is, please at least pray regularly. Start step by step, because once you pray regularly, if you've got a brain, 90% of you will stop the degeneracy, because you're not going to pray Maghrib and then go out and do something stupid and Isha's coming. Or you're not going to be in an all-night Isha and then Fajr's coming. You're going to be like, stuff like, you feel shame. I used to feel shame. Why did I do that? And I've got to pray and beg for forgiveness. But then slowly, the more regularly you pray, the more regularly God will do, you'll stop these other silly things. And I don't want to say on camera, men's biggest weakness.
Yeah.
And it's said, zina, nikah is easier than zina. It's simple. If you got just, bro, married. Doesn't work, it doesn't work. But marry. So that's my thing. The rest of the things you can control.
See, one of the things, Tam, that Allah makes an obligation upon men in Islam is to be a protector over your women folk. So a lot of brothers, unfortunately, they think you got to be so pious that you just let go of the dunya, you let go of wanting to make money, getting strong and all that. So what advice would you have for brothers to get on being stronger and being that protector that Allah wants them to be?
Oh, of course, look. To all those brothers out there, if you've got a wife, do you want your wife sitting there struggling to eat food or good food, or kids not to have their uniform, or like, you want to buy them the little dresses or toys? Earn. Why we earn? So they've secure. So when you go, they have something there. You know, as a man, God forbid I die tomorrow. Imagine they have no shelter or nothing. You know, you don't know. To look after parents who are retired, you have to work. You have to provide. You're a man. Provide. You can live well if you like certain things. By all means, as long as you're still living humbly, you can be successful and do what you want to do. But you have to work. I work hard a lot, but your priority, it works around my salah, family, but I still put those long hours in, because look, in a day, there's priorities in life. But if I don't do that, I can't enjoy that time with my kids so much if I don't work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or do things. And you want to take them to travel. Why not? You can travel the world, see the world. It opens your mind. If you're blessed to do so, do so. If you're not, like as men, subhanAllah, you don't want see your wife struggling, working long shifts, also support you. No man wants that. And I respect everyone who does that, and everyone has their own situation, so I don't mean in a bad way, but do what you can to survive. And also to the sisters out there, be humble too. You don't need a DiCaprio or a Tate or a this, that, Chanel, but don't put pressure on the husbands as well. They need the handbags, this car, the Range Rover. No. Whatever his means are, support him. Maybe soldier. If he can only afford Nando's for a super date night, so be it. Why do you have to go to Zuma? So also, they have to stop watching these Kardashians and TV shows and think, I expect that. I want the bag. They have their role as well. Be whatever he can provide, respect him. If you make your husband feel like a man, oh, thank you for that. I swear, his pride, he'll leave and go yes and give you everything. If you demoralize him, go, you know, but my friend has this and I saw that and I'd love to do this. I'd love to go here one day. It might not be in his means. Respect him. He's going out of his way. Be humble. There's no meme. Be humble like your mothers were.
Yeah.
Our generation, dads have nothing, bro. Came to life and worked hard. A lot of us are immigrants, you know? Our parents were immigrants in the country. So be humble. It comes to you, but the women have to also show that support as well. Don't have that moody face. Sisters have to do that. Like, smile. If he comes with just an apple, just an apple as a gift one day, that's the best apple on earth. If he can give you better, let him so, if he's got the means. That's the problem. So the men feel the pressure seeing other couples and they show off. And again, choose your friends. You'll see, have your wife with the right friends, or that another wife's got this, another husband got, we went to Hawaii and then I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking about buying this Rolls Royce for her. And obviously, everyone's got that inside them. The wife's did this, husband feels demoralized. Choose your friends wisely, but everyone's got a part to play. Make the man feel like, in a way, a king, and he'll make you feel like a queen. Believe me. He will leave like, even if it's a janitor, you know what? She appreciates me, made that sound, okay, khalas, I'm going to do this. But if you're going to be like demean him and make him feel like rubbish, then of course it reflects, it's a domino effect. So everyone's got their part to play, and I think people are too influenced by social media, Kardashians, Dan Bilzerian, all this bling bling, blah, blah, blah. And a real woman wouldn't care, and a real man wouldn't care. They'll be happy with whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think one of the things a lot of people nowadays suffer from is individualism. Like when they look for a partner to get married, they're looking for everything they want in the partner, but they're not thinking what their partner might want in them. A lot of young men, you know, they'll write this. We hear this a lot back in the day. You write a list of everything you want, things that are negotiable, things that are absolute, all these things they want. But they will never write a list of what they need to do, what they need to be able to provide.
Like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of the time, like, the men will ask a woman, like, what do you bring to the table? And it's a whole stupid discussion. And it's never flipped back on the man.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time.
How many meals can you cook? This, that. Yeah, it's just...
A lot of the time when it is flipped back on them, they end up looking stupid. A lot of it's like, even if he's a billionaire, it's like, can you give me love? Can you give me emotional empathy? Can you give me a connection? You know, can you as a man raise the children alongside me in a way that is proficient, a way that's good, a way that's Islamic? Or can you lead this family in a way that's Islamic? You know, how many guys can actually genuinely do that, or even believe that they can?
That's my point. Again, when it goes back to what I said earlier, I need a virgin, I need this, and that. But he's a degenerate.
Yeah.
I see it a lot in the Asian community, bro. My sister was getting married. Monkeys were coming to see her, and I test them because they knew me. You know, yeah, I did this. I said, yeah, where'd you go out? You know, trying to impress me from the street, and I get out. I go, you're a monkey. Get out. You know. Why are you gonna go with a woman who's on deen, practicing, she covers, and you're gonna act like that? Who are you? Marry your own. So all these brothers out there, I'm telling the sisters, don't settle for these scumbags who think they can run around. He was popular here. That's disgusting. You want a man who's been everywhere. Put it on him. Why should sisters marry men who've been everywhere? And when I'm settled down, I'll have a virgin girl from back home. Like, bro, no. Sorry, I don't like that. You have to play the part. You have to be an example too. There's no respect there, and that's a big problem in the Asian communities. These girls get stuck with these guys, and they act like, I do this, I'm a grafter. Grafter means drug dealer. I do this, that, and the poor woman's come from a innocent family, looked after, stuck in a house, so that he's out partying. He treats her like a refugee. He goes out, has his little girlfriends, comes back, shouts, cook clean, doesn't give her anything. So obviously she's gonna be depressed. Oh, my wife doesn't look after me. I need her because you're a clown. She don't look after you because you're a donkey. So it goes back that women are a reflection of men. Facts. It's how it was. Society. Men rule society from history. So all these kind of LGBTQ, it's the men who bring this. Yeah. All women starts laws. Oh, it's the Me Too. No, men started the Me Too. Men started everything. Then they complain. It's just like, so men fix up. It's like, yo, this girl's this OnlyFans and these podcasts, and they sit there. They'll sit on a podcast with 10 strippers and diss women. There's podcasts where they're just women naked sitting there, and they'll diss them. Why are you sitting with them?
You're arguing with those types of girls, yeah.
It's like me saying I don't like homosexuality. Like, it's not that I hate, I don't agree with it, it's not allowed, it's haram. But I'm not going to sit in a room with 10 guys in leather like leather outfits
Yeah.
and balls in their mouth and it's like, you know, and gimp mount outfits. And I'll be like, yeah, I don't like you guys, you're scum. Why am I there?
Yeah.
It makes me laugh, bro. You could never get me to sit in like a homosexual porn set. You could never, just to debate them. Why would I be there?
Yeah.
No. So these guys make me laugh. They're hanging with them. Yo, you're an OnlyFans chick. Why you... It's just content BS. I don't get it. It's just a clown world right now. I hate social media to a point where I'm only there for business and certain messages. And really, one day I just want to delete it. All. I hate just seeing some things, bro. It's corny. And I want to react and I know I'll get banned, so I just leave it.
Yeah. We were actually talking recently about how the stuff that does the best online is all the negative stuff. Anytime there's a bashing or like even the title, like the worst experience I ever had, people are so obsessed with hearing about negative experiences, seeing someone debate and like refute and smash somebody else. It's pretty nasty, to be honest.
It's just, bro, it's losers. And again, all those people out there, don't take it too serious. I've been around the YouTubers, the biggest influencers. Everything you see is for content. 99% is fake. The pranks, the little fight, it's all arranged. People don't understand. It's all arranged.
Yeah. And you
It's
know,
fake.
yeah, something personal about us, subhanAllah, like I think there was a point in our podcast where we were a little too focused on the content, the clicks and the views and all that stuff. And I swear those are like the worst months for our podcast, for us as individuals, for the podcast as a whole. Literally, I'm telling you, as soon as we sat down, we're like, we need to cut all this garbage out. We need to reflect. We need to fix ourselves. We're doing this for the sake of Allah. I swear to God, literally within a week, Shooter hit us up, you know, to get us to come to Dubai to help out with that. And then we set up literally like 7 podcasts with you, with Ahmed, with Muhammad Andalusi, with Jewel, with Dylan Mann, with so many people. May Allah bless them, all of them. Alhamdulillah, like it's such a blessing when you have the right intention, you do things for the sake of Allah. Allah will open those doors, man.
100%.
Alhamdulillah.
But the thing is, but these kids, they think it's cool. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of kids who are very easily influenced and don't be, because I'm telling you all there, 99% are clowns and dorks, and they're scared of their own shadows. Don't believe the hype. I swear, do not believe it. It's all fake.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've seen it. I don't want to expose anyone's haram, but
Yeah,
don't
but-
get impressed, guys.
Yeah, but that's why it's so important to have people like you are saying this message. I really think you should keep promoting this stuff, inshallah. I know you don't like a lot of social media, but I think you should keep promoting it, because we need TAMCons, we need entertainers, we need people who are going to be like, you know, men, look in the mirror. We don't have that nowadays.
Yeah, I always say, I even tweet a lot of it. I know a lot of them don't like it, but well, they don't call me. But it is fact, like, this woman hating is embarrassing. I can't deal with it. Like, you're judging women on a few skanks, but women can judge men on millions of skanks. Bro, like I said, they are a reflection of you. If your wife is bad, you're the man. Bro, women are timid. Unless it's Ronda Rousey or some beast. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all these brothers also from the older generation, treat your wives well, be nice, be soft, and then you'll see a happiness in your marriage. Why you come over, you cook this, okay, but bro, those old wannabes, it's just, bro, with time you realize, and we have roles, who, like, there's no such thing, we're not kings, who are we? And again, if you've got daughters, would you like a man like you to be married to your daughter? Look at it that way. Or your sister. That's how you judge it. You protect your sister, but you treat this other woman like that. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I've done stupid things in my life. Like, when I was younger, I regret and sinful. But then you got to think like that. And then Allah test you, give me 2 daughters. So now I have to be an example. So when they look for a husband, say, I need someone like my father. You're nowhere near like him. This is what a man was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the example. And a lot of you men, you claim you're men. If you call yourself alpha, you're borderline,
You ain't alpha.
you're borderline homosexual. Yeah,
It's pretty.
put that as a snippet. If you call yourself alpha or you refer to yourself as a big man, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a boss, bro, please go home and sleep. It's just embarrassing, bro. It is embarrassing.
See,
Like what?
last night, bro, we were talking about this right before bed, that women are mirrors to ourselves. They're a reflection of us. There's a companion, Fudayl ibn Iyad, of the Prophet ﷺ, and he mentioned that if I disobey Allah, I find the effects of it in the behavior of my wife or the camel that I ride.
100%. I said at the beginning, if you live Islamically, you and your wife, there'll be no problems. Because as a man, you can't react in a certain way. Everything will be perfect. So
Right.
the wife has to look at herself too. Have an Islamic household where you know what the limits are, what's allowed, what's not. There'll be no problems. We all fail. Look, bro, I make mistakes. people think, oh, I'm far from perfect. I have a temper. I'm complacent. Sometimes I can just sit there. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm like this. I can just lock out and not. I'm just like, boom. I can sit in a room alone for like 2 days and just, I don't need to. I'm like this. But it is what it is. But you have to be an example because, again, just imagine it's your sister or daughter or your mother, you know? That's how you got to look at things, and it takes maturity to do that. I know it's hard for young guys and society's distractions, but wake up, man.
So I have a question. Why do you think men nowadays are so easily influenced?
I think it's a weakness. It's not. Men are not men like the old days, bro. This new generation, like, just because they tweet these things doesn't mean they're a man. You know what I'm saying? Go to these other countries. Men are fighting wars. Men are walking miles a day just to fend for their families in Palestine, Syria, Iraq. That's a man. Hands are like grovel. Like, I mean, what man? Like, oh, it's cold. Put the heater on, or I've got a cold or flu and get sniffits out and gets this hot water bottle. Is that a man? Is that a man? I'm just saying. Do you think the Sahaba and Mujahideen used to do that? No. Bro, I'm telling you now, when I saw the swords in museums, I don't think I could lift one.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
Is that heavy?
a man's right this close with a sword, one-on-one. What would you'd be like?
Yeah.
If I brought Khamzat Chimaev in here now and he grabbed you, you'd all get scared.
Yeah.
Let's not lie. Let alone in a battle, swords are flying. So what's this man? There's always men are influenced because they're not men. Men like I was raised in a non-Muslim country. I was the only Muslim and Asian in my whole school and area. I never drank alcohol. I never touched a drug, and I was always proud of being Muslim. Why? Because I was raised that way. And Mum taught me be proud of Islam, what we are. So it starts from a family, but you guys who are Muslim, like, wake up. If you're influenced by a dork on a streaming platform or YouTube or and it's negative, then you're the clown too. You can't influence me. Dan Bilzerian could never influence me. I used to like rap. Tupac can't influence. I'm not gonna wear a red bandana and start walking around with a fake gun, like a blood in a car. I like to think, but you don't influence me. So my point is, as men, like, wake up. Like, you diss the women following Kim Kardashian, but you're just the same following these guys. Be individual. Be influenced by what Allah sent to us. Influenced by a real man like the Prophet, peace be upon him, or Sahaba, scholars, even people like Malcolm X. Watch guys who did stuff. Even to an extent, Muhammad Ali, look how brave he was, what he was doing at his time. Spreading Islam when people get lynched for being black. Guys nowadays are scared to pray
Outside.
in case they miss a meeting or they're missing a nightlife.
Yeah.
They're scared. Yeah. He would have got hung on trees, black people, getting hung on trees when he was around.
SubhanAllah.
You know what I mean? Bro, these guys were real. So look at it as that. If you want to be a warrior, follow the real examples. And that means you'll be a better person. And if it means you lose friends, they're not your friends.
That's a great point. That's a great point. You spoke about the Sahaba, how they were capable, they were strong, they fought wars. Men nowadays, you said, I don't know if we were recording, but you said we don't need that nowadays. You know, like we live in a very
look,
world.
there's different kinds of be an example. Like, I rate a man who fends for his family and respects him as a soft and an example where everyone loves him and respects him because that man. How many men you could leave $1 million if you had it in his house and come back 10 months is there? Think like a trustworthy man. Like I said, where your wife came around, if you, God forbid, something happened or they look after your family, that kind of man you need to be. That's a man.
Yeah.
I don't come on, I don't care about a man who's got 10 girls in bikinis slapping their bums, smoking weed. Bro, for me, it's embarrassing. You are like a porn star. Same equivalent for me.
Yeah.
You're just degenerate. I know culture pushes that, but it's embarrassing. And would you like your daughter twerking with a bikini? Just think about that.
Yeah. That's the exact thing that the Prophet ﷺ said to one Sahabi, where one guy, he went to the Prophet ﷺ, he's a young man, he's like, let me commit zina. He's like, I want to do haram, let me do it. Prophet ﷺ said, like, what about your mom? What about your sister? Could you imagine that for them? And then he understood, he walked away. Alhamdulillah. So back to the Sahaba and their strength and men nowadays. You train MMA, Allahumma barak. You have a lot of, you said you're training killers here, alhamdulillah. Not literally, but literally.
Yeah, Susan's gonna go after us on YouTube.
Alhamdulillah. Do you encourage all men to train MMA or to learn how to fight?
No. I just think it gives you a discipline, martial art. It's good to know society's so messed up now. You don't know what happens, but I don't think go out there, fight, do roly-poly, jump out of bushes and pull up a knife. No, like, if you've got time, learn it. Be physically fit is good. Healthy for your kids. But if that means walking every day, walk. Bro, everyone's talking like, you must learn some martial art. Bro, when's a ninja going to come through my window? And if he comes with a knife, what am I going to do? I do it because it's a sport and I like it. But you don't need to. I respect a man who's a doctor working all day. Some people don't have the time, but just be an example. Being a man doesn't mean being physically strong or learning a martial art like, yeah, I'm doing MMA, bro. Still half the time, if I say boo, they'll jump some guys. Like, it doesn't mean that they can train. Some are technically better. It doesn't mean that. I think honestly, I respect a man who's honorable more. But your health is good, it's important. Don't be overeating or obese, unhealthy. You got a family, be an example. Discipline. It comes down to discipline. But I see guys who train, who have got 8 packs, condition, have these prep meals, all this, and they can't still pray 5 times a day.
Oh, subhanAllah.
I used to miss Fajr, but I'd wake up to watch a Mike Tyson fight UFC, the time difference, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And once I felt I'm waking up to watch guys fight, excited, but I'd miss Fajr.
Wow. Bro, this reminds me.
Do you know what I'm saying? Progress. I'll do it. I'm open. This is my biggest flaw. I was like, how lazy am I? Damn. Guys will do prep meals. I'm this much. Wait, I can't eat that. No, I can't have that sauce because it's going to go to my carbs and like this. Bro, you're not praying. You're missing fun. What's your priority? So no. Train, learn a martial art. It's good to know. But, bro, very rarely you're going to get a guy come out of the bush and attack you and go, let's fight. One-on-one duel. Just know how to defend you if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. What's this pressure that everyone has to learn a martial art and be a tough guy?
Yeah.
Who's brought this pressure, this Red Pill thing? Train, do this. Are you sitting at home, are you watching Netflix all day? If you want to watch Netflix with your wife, you can watch Netflix with your wife. Yeah. Who cares? Just be an example. Where's this come from? Like, where's it come from? I know guys don't even train who'll beat up most guys.
I think I can't speak for many. I can speak for myself, though. I was abused as a kid. And, being in that predicament made me want to always come off as either tough or someone that someone else wouldn't mess with. Part of the reason why I got tattoos at the time, why I started learning fighting and all that. But it's like over time, as you said, you realize it's kind of unnecessary to do these things. It's good to have it, not need it.
Look, it's not a necessity. Do it if it's a hobby. Keeps fit. Some people want to play paddle. Some people cricket. Some people play football. Some want to work. No problem. It's your whatever you like, do. Well, there's no thing you must do that. Like women do self-defense, bro. What woman's gonna stop a man from a Astaghfirullah attacking her? What? 1 in a million, like Cyborg.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah. When he comes, punch there, in the eye, bro. You saw the Hulk. That black brother.
Yeah.
African. What?
Yeah.
Bro, Astaghfirullah, he probably rape us. Astaghfirullah, yeah. Funny joke when you see his hands, it's bigger than my head. But my point is, like this, you must fight, you must be. What are we ready for, bro? This movement, I laugh. Andrew Tate comes from fighting background. He is a fighter. That's how I know him and his brother. But you get these guys sitting there going, yeah, Andrew told me that. They're sitting there with this little nerdy guys. Yeah, I'm going to dim out. Bro, what are you going to do? I know roadmen, black guys, my friends in London, brothers from the street who will slap them, never done a martial arts class in their life. They don't care. I'm telling you, it doesn't mean anything. Like, do it for you. Don't be a sheep. Andrew, these guys have their own ways of doing things, and he's incorporating discipline. I know what he's doing. He's saying, don't be a tough guy, be disciplined. If you wake up and run in the morning like a guy, it makes your whole day start well, like making your bed. I understand what he's saying. A lot of the other guys using it in a weird way. Be this, be that. Punching pads, it's just like, do it. But, it's not a necessity. If you don't want to do it, play badminton. Bro, what's this world everyone thinks we live in where we're going to walk on the street and someone's going to challenge you to a duel? Where's this happening? I keep seeing, you must, for what? No, for what? Like, what's this whole thing of why are we trained to fight for what? I just want to know. Is there a big MMA tag team match coming up with populations going on? Like, where's these fights? My dad's, I don't know how old, never had a fight in his life. Born and raised as an Asian man coming to UK in the racist days, never had a fight in his life. Where's these fights?
Yeah. I think it comes from, obviously we have a lot of social media, so anytime there's a fight, there are entire Twitter pages that only post fights. So when people see all these different fights, they think it happens more often than it does.
But these fights are, well, again, I want to fight you. If you don't want to fight, there's no fight. Like you said, walk away. Like
Yeah.
these fights are stand up. Majority of the time, yes, sometimes something will happen. So like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, if you need to defend yourself, but majority of the time, if it's a scumbag, you ain't gonna have time. If he's got a weapon, don't do anything. What can you do?
Yeah, yeah.
I can fight. If someone's got a knife, I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, most people I think willing to perpetrate in that way will have some kind of weapon on them. I had a brother that drove up to Niagara Falls. I saw nunchucks in his in his passenger seat.
Yeah, I'd risk a nunchuck, bro. I don't know. Unless it's Bruce, what's he gonna do with the nunchucks? Ninja stars next. Like, but honestly, jokes aside, don't have this pressure, guys. I need to train out to be strong. Let's work out. Then let's eat together, break the bread with the meat, and then let's sit there and talk about war stories, bro.
Yeah.
You can sit and play Monopoly. You can sit and play cards. Who cares? Just, bro. It's just new. Again, it's like trends come and go. I come from that world. I used to do it. I watched UFC, Hoist Gracie. I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. It's just me. It's just, someone might like paddle tennis. Someone might like swimming. Let them be.
Yeah.
Like, what's this pressure? Like, you must do this when you're strong and tough. I see some guys, I don't trust a guy who's not in shape. That means he's lazy. Bro, I know fat Samoans who are fat all year round, but they'll beat you up with like anything and beat you in the gym and smart. What does that mean? It's just corny, bro. It's corny. I can't take it. People are going to take these snippets out and go, he's this, that, so be it. Like, if you've got a problem, come see me. Like, I don't care.
So it seems like what's more important to you are principles and content of character rather than actual actions.
Yeah, bro. I'd rather respect a scrawny, skinny, professional man who's such a good character, smiling, and just, you always think that guy's such a nice guy, than a guy who thinks he's tough and fakes. You gotta do this. If you can, like, I see these motivational speeches online, bro. They're so corny now. I saw a guy the other day. You know why I clean shave? Show me all the billionaires, they're all clean shaven. A beard. He said, I'm like, bro, you can't grow a beard, that means. That's what he said. There's a video of a guy, I don't know who he is. I think he's mixed race brother from America. He's not a brother, I mean like a non-Muslim. Brother as in brother of color. He's clean shaven. Like, handsome man, looks good, everything. He's like, yo, I don't shave because look at Bill Gates, look at Elon Musk. No one's got a beard. And for me, everyone who does sales don't go with beards because you don't. I'm like, bro, just if you can't grow a beard, just say it. What is this myth? Mohammed bin Salman's a trillionaire and he's got a beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everyone's like, yo, I'm gonna shave. Bro, this is the stuff you see out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is very
content
pathetic.
for anything. I'm gonna make another one up today. Like, I don't know. If you can't walk 10 yards with a bucket on your head, you're not a man. Or like, I could start a trend. Like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know why that works, to be honest. I don't know if it's like when you question someone's masculinity.
It's just a trend now.
Yeah.
Everyone's copying Andrew Tate, bro. They're all copying him.
Yeah.
He had this original thing. They're all jumping on the board and they're making their own things up. And to be honest, I speak to him. He's fed up of all these guys. I think online there's a few. He's got fed up of a lot of guys
Yeah.
in that content world. He just sees a lot. He says, bro, I can't. He hates it. And be original, do your own thing. But again, don't have this pressure. I need to do this, that. If you've got the time, stay healthy. Yeah, be fit for your family. Go on walks. You can do anything, bro. So the best way I lost weight, I get big and small, muscular, whatever, was walking. I went to America and we were just walking. The weather was nice, you know? Bro, 17,000, 18,000 steps a day. Like, man, I'm losing weight. I'm looking okay. Like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, each to their own, bro. Can you imagine your fathers doing MMA training? And they like, you think, Dad, you look weird. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, you like it, do it. I love MMA. It's me. It's my favorite sport in the world. I love boxing. That's someone like, I've got friends who like cricket, rugby, making things, whatever, cars. Bro, I know guys who can't even change a tire.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
facts.
Right,
Yeah.
majority of men can't change tire.
yeah.
Majority of men can't check engine oil. So a lot of old school men say, you're not a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get you.
So define. Every era has its different thing.
Yeah.
So they're labor workers, bro, all day. If a man says you're not labor, you're not a real man. You're sitting there on computers. Well, what's that? You're a nerd. Before you say nerds were on computers, now everyone's a crypto. Yeah, man. In Telegram groups, you could come to me. I'll give you tips on how to make millions. Like, the guy can't even spell millions. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, it's always a trend coming. Next time it'll be something else. It's like this LGBTQ. Next they'll normalize pedophilia and bestiality. You'll see. Next. It is what it is.
So I got some rapid fire, quick fire.
Yeah,
Q&A,
sure.
Unless y'all got some questions.
No, go for it,
No?
man.
Okay. So, what is your favorite food right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
I like junk burgers.
Burgers.
I'm a junkie. Yeah.
Okay, favorite car to drive. Favorite car.
To drive?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't want to say. Like it's just,
Is Dunya?
huh?
Is Dunya
I don't want
or-
to say any because then people think, oh, it's flashy and stuff. Honestly, for me, something fast because I just like to go places quick. I'm very
Yeah.
impatient.
Alhamdulillah, okay. Favorite place to travel to.
Right now,
Yeah.
Los Angeles, America. I know you're gonna say, yeah,
Godless LA.
LA. I was there. I didn't see. Again, it's what you do and who you're with. And I said, I love the sunset and the weather. I haven't seen a blue sky in years. Being here, it was beautiful. I saw Muslims.
A blue
Pe-
sky? But there's blue sky.
No, go outside. It's very. You'll see what I mean. I can't explain that sunset and sunrise in LA was wow.
Yeah.
And the people are friendly. I can't explain. Muslims around. I was like brothers everywhere. And honestly, for me, I loved it. I wouldn't live there, but to go on holiday and bro, I mean the weather was perfect. Kids enjoyed it. The food was quite easy and just seeing different cultures. The Hispanic, I love the Mexican food, taco,
Yeah.
bro. Things
Oh,
I
yeah.
never had before.
Yeah.
I love that kind of culture. They're similar to Arabs in a way. There.
Yeah.
Then I just 7-Elevens I see on TV and go into like gas stations. It's just weird. Like I drove through Compton. I used to like hip hop. I was like, I just loved. I can't explain it. And for me, that's my favorite place to travel to as in a destination. Of course, if you ask me for lifestyle, then there's nothing better than Mecca.
Yeah.
But if you're saying a holiday and just to socialize, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. My wife's actually Californian, so like I've never been to Cali in my life until I met her. I live in Canada, Niagara Falls, so like for some reason like most of the time it's gloomy as hell, like gray all the time. It's so depressing. Like the employees at every shop is just like glum, doesn't
They're
want to
depressed, bro.
live,
They don't
don't
wanna
want to
talk,
be
yeah.
there. They hate everything.
California has a vibe. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
It has a vibe.
Bro, it's-
I was shocked. Okay, there was marijuana smell everywhere. I was like, what? Yeah.
Junkies
But,
on the side of the road.
yeah, but let me tell you something. They're homeless, but they're very friendly.
Yeah,
It's not like going to the streets in Tottenham in London or something. They're just like junkies, but they're not like in your way. But the sky, the grass. I went to some like parks, bro. It was like I was shocked.
yeah.
It was California. It's like it's nostalgic. It has this nostalgic vibe. I felt like I was in Karate Kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, I like this place.
Yeah. There's a
Can't
lot
explain.
about it that's just perfect.
Yeah.
The
I'm
weather.
not gonna lie.
like-
So people say, bro, what's not got us now? What
That's
is?
true.
But end of the day, the scenery, we were like just every day looking off the balcony in the hills and driving around looking at the. That's where O.J. Simpson killed his wife and just whoa and you know like Universal. It's just cool. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Los Angeles was California, a beautiful place.
Mubarak.
The scenery, everything.
All right, favorite Sahaba. Favorite Sahaba.
I can't say. For me, I'd always say Abu Bakr is my favorite companion of the Prophet, peace be on him. I just like he was the first Caliph and how he was before as a role model and as a leader and what he did. And yeah,
I love you, please don't. Yeah.
he's just everything what I read about him is quotes and it's just relative, like real. That's a man. Gotta define.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. To me, I hate to say it, but I expected something different. Considering, you know, you're a big guy,
Yeah.
strong, you do
Yeah, me
MMA.
too.
I would have considered you like being this tough guy that's like favorite Sahaba. it's
Okay, I'm really
Khalid.
tough, yeah, but no, I know everyone says Khalid bin Walid and this that. I
Yeah.
put a thing on Twitter about him yesterday, how he's undefeated in battles and I mean Battle of Uhud. The only loss was because of him.
Yeah.
But Abu Bakr, you got to see leadership. It's not just again, like I said, it's just everything. He was chosen for a reason, bro. You know, there's debates between different sects of Islam.
Yeah.
He was for a reason chosen. He gave birth to a scholar in Aisha, like the way the system works. You got to look into it, his quotes, and also pre-Islam. He is a real solid brother. You know, like you look into his story. It's a very powerful like influence.
Yeah, something I guess while we're on the topic, something that just kind of came to my mind that's amazing about Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu is the way that Umar spoke about him.
Yeah.
Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he's a big guy, he's, you know, one of the best Sahaba. The Muslims couldn't pray in front of the Kaaba. They had to pray in secret in a house. They couldn't pray in front of the Kaaba until Umar radiallahu anhu accepted Islam. That's when like no one could mess with them now. Before they would beat them up, try and kill them, literally. Umar is there, no one's gonna touch them. So this man the way he spoke about Abu Bakr and how like he felt like he had him beat in many regards. One story, he was like, we were going to, I think he was going to battle. Prophet ﷺ asked, you know, what did you bring for this? You know, for the sake of Allah. I think Umar radiallahu anhu, he's like, I brought half of what I have. And then when Abu Bakr came, he didn't ask, what did you bring? He's like, what did you leave behind? And then he was like, I left Allah and His
That's
Messenger.
what I'm saying. There was a reason. And my nephew is named after Umar bin Khattab.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And my sister named him that. And obviously when we go to Medina and you see burials of, you know, they're all together. And it's just, but for me, just a preference. Like, bro, like you said, Khalid, there's so many amazing Sahaba, even Ali radiallahu anhu, like strong, fearless.
Yeah.
But just the way Islam, its history and the influence and just it all happened for a reason. Abu Bakr and the role he had to play
Yeah.
is vital, bro. So you have to look at the domino effect and again, a man, a leader. It's all about leadership and there's amazing narrations of his character. It's just like, you know, but bro, from every prophet, peace be upon them, like there's stories like Ayub. When you read about him and when you have hardships and you look at what he went through.
Yeah.
You know, when I had a bad prompt, I was looking into him. And Yusuf, like like people go, oh, be careful, Yusuf's looks and what he went through and stuff. And so obviously Musa and Ibrahim, and there's so many, Suleiman. So there's loads, you know, Yahya, Idris. If you want to look into stuff, look at the story of Idris. And some people say that's how, at his time, where the pyramids were built for the giants, you know. There's amazing ones. But it's just, everyone's got their own thing. Khalid bin Walid, of course. But for me, just, and I also say that to stop other people from hating, and I know the Shia people will hate me, but Abu Bakr, you know, the chosen Khalif.
All right, next question. What is the biggest red flag, in your opinion, in women from a marital point of view today?
I think the biggest one is asking, like I said earlier, this expecting, like the man does what he can for his means. Don't put pressure, make him feel, don't demean a man. The way the man should do it to a woman, don't make him feel like he's not doing well. Or my friend's husband has this or that. I think that's the worst thing, being influenced for this money and the shallow things. For me, that's because that stems and that makes everything bad. For me, that's the biggest red flag. A woman who's chasing cash.
What about for men?
Men,
Let's say someone's coming to marry your daughter one day in the future.
being a degenerate, like thinking he can have multiple wives just for fun, not understanding the process behind it, then doing being scum after that, thinking it's all good, and just being off deen. A man who can't pray, I don't trust. A man who doesn't fear Allah, I once tweeted it. If you don't fear Allah, I don't trust that man.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
But what if he definitely had like a bad past? Like
And he's fixed.
He's trying to mend
yeah, of
his
course,
ways,
bro.
like, doing everything
Look at
possible.
Malcolm X. Look at Khalid bin Walid.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you know, but when I say this, people know. If he's on deen, now of course I won't care. If he's on deen and he's pressed, you'll know. But I'm saying if he's staying that way, I won't like it. That's what I'm saying. The guy chasing money, he thinks he's something, and he likes to impress everyone. A man who's friends with everyone's also you got to be careful of.
What about biggest pet peeve?
Pet peeve? I hate dirt.
Dirt?
And bad smell. A mess. Like I've got OCD.
Really?
Yeah.
Never could have told.
Yeah, bad. Like, I'm like a serial killer. Everything's folded. Like in my gym, when I walk out, if I see things like that, glass has been annoying me. There, the cup you left.
Exposed.
When I do wudu and I clean the sink after I dry everything, I dry the wet around the sink.
Wow.
That's why I got twitches. Like, everyone thinks I'm on cocaine. I got a twitch from OCD. You know, everyone thinks that you're a cocaine. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You want to go? It's OCD. I like cleanliness. I like smelling good. Always showering, and I hate shaking hands and always wet. After wudu, dry yourself, please. Like, you know, it's just my thing. It's a pet peeve. I just like everything clean. Like, you know, I'm like all my cleaners clean these smears.
Alhamdulillah. Favorite
Wait.
pastime?
Kids all day long. Just chill with my children.
You said that you don't trust a man who's like friends with a lot of people. Why?
Because he does whatever it is to impress those people. He'll be Muslims, he'll be a Muslim with the other ones, he'll be a drinker.
Pleasing. He's
It's
just
just
pleasing.
whatever they think. Topic, yeah. Like, no. You'll have a man. If a man's a respectable man, there'll be a lot of enemies. Unfortunately, there's enemies. People don't dislike him because they see him as a threat. Always be respectful, but if he's friends with everyone, this is weird, bro, for me. You know?
Alhamdulillah. What would you say your two biggest things would be that you're working on right now?
Myself and my children, to teach them Islam properly. That's my biggest, in a way where they're 4 years old, but early to know what's good, that's haram, that's not good. Just little things slowly without, making them like normalize things. And myself, of course, I always have to work on myself, bro. I make mistakes all the time. Get lazy. Sometimes I'm delaying a prayer. Don't miss it, but delaying is bad. Little habits. Sometimes pray more far than sunnah. Another thing, rushing. It's one of my biggest problems. You know what I'm saying?
We actually watched this video yesterday about this doctor. I think he was like a neurologist or something. Yeah. And they did these brain scans. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so he took the brain scan when he rushed in his salah, and it was like all over. You could see it, like the activities all over the place. And then he focused on it. He literally sent the cameraman out of the room because he really wanted to focus. He prayed his salah, did brain scans again, and you could see there's symmetry in the middle. It's not active, not a lot going on. The neurologist described it as like you're in submission, basically.
It's so important because what's the worst feeling when you pray, when you forget how many rakats you've done?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's the worst. And I'm like, of course, and we do the other extra sujood and the other stuff, but it's just like, what am I doing? What? Your mind, Taraweeh as well. Sometimes during Taraweeh, you just, we're all human. Your mind wanders. You know what I mean? This is I need to work on a lot of these things sometimes. It annoys me. And the worst for me, wallahi, if I am, by unintentionally, rarely, alhamdulillah, rarely, if I miss Fajr or oversleep or the alarm, I just clonked, I'm a KO, my whole day's ruined. My whole day is ruined. I swear, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
It's just the worst for me. I'm like, what a scum, this. And literally, like, why didn't I hear it and whatever, that I swear, my whole day's ruined. I start grouchy, I get up, and I'm just in a mood all day.
What about your favorite all-time fighter?
In boxing or MMA or everything?
Boxing.
Oh, it's Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
Wow.
All day.
What about MMA?
I mean, I'm friends with so many, Like, I've been around the circuit that long. Honestly, I'm going to say Khamzat Chimaev now. It's my favorite all time.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Why so?
Been around him, see his work ethic, seeing how much of a phenom he is, and we're close brothers, but I've never seen or witnessed someone so gifted and strong. I'm a strong guy. He is, unless if Allah doesn't will it for him, I've never met a man as tough as him.
Wow.
Allah bless him. How was your experience meeting Khabib?
Yeah, Khabib's very nice, humble brother, good guy, very good brother, simple guy, very good guy, yeah.
See, people like Andrew Tate, I compare that to Khabib too, although Andrew Tate was a revert, Khabib was a born Muslim, but Khabib really did bring a lot of attention and light into Islam.
He did.
When that thing happened with McGregor. So are there anything that, let's say when this whole thing was going down with McGregor and Khabib, what was going through your mind with how McGregor was treating Islam and Muslims?
Me, different, because I know it's to sell a fight. I don't take it personal. I don't take it personal when someone burns a Quran. Why are we giving him face? Why are you protesting go against it? That's what he wants. You're falling into his trap. I don't even acknowledge it. They're idiots. They're monkeys. They don't know. When a Quran's damaged, what's the best way to discard it?
You burn
There's
it.
two ways. You burn it.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways. So that dirty hands, that pigs touched it, burn it, no problem.
Yeah.
Burn them all. We'll have a new Quran in 3 hours. Exactly the same narration by how many Hafiz millions? You cannot get rid of it. It's a miracle for Quran.
If every Quran was gone tomorrow, like every Mus'haf,
Bro, it'll be in hours.
hours.
Exactly word for word.
Yeah.
Why stress? Why? So McGregor, I knew it's just for fight selling, bro. Muhammad Ali used to call Joe Frazier Uncle Tom in a bad time. The whole black community went against him. He did worse, bro, as well. Equivalent. In a time where it's very bad. Uncle Tom was a sellout to the black race. People forgive that. Don't forget Muhammad Ali went against Malcolm X. Chose a nation over him when he went on Deen. People forget this. Mike Tyson bit a man's ear. What? He bit his ear. People love him. McGregor's kuffar. He's just trying to get in his head. But what I rate was when Khabib, when he did that at the weigh-in.
Alhamdulillah.
That's brave and the thing he had. So it was powerful, but you can't take it to light, bro. This is just, I told you, it's fake like these content creators. It's all BS.
Yeah.
Connor, I know personally, has so many Muslim friends and respects Islam.
Subhanallah.
Shit, I know.
Off camera.
He's loads. I'm telling you, it's not what you think. Unfortunately, life is they sold seats.
Yeah.
He lives in Dubai. He's coming to Dubai all the time. He respects, he loves law. He's like this.
Wow.
Believe me, don't go by that rubbish, bro. It's fake. But obviously, you can't mess with Dagestanis. They don't take it as fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts. What about your favorite protein powder?
I don't have protein powders.
What do you eat? Just meat?
And I eat whatever. I don't have a protein supplement in my life.
You
Alright,
track-
my brother used to have a comment. I never have them. I never.
So do you track macros or?
No, bro.
So you just eat whatever?
I'm straight, brother. I never tracked or checked weight. I don't get this. 2 pounds. Let me do this, bro. Never in my life. I was just last night. I had a tub of Haagen-Dazs chocolates. I just train hard, sweat, and burn and eat. Bro, what is this tracking macros, bro? You think Arnold Schwarzenegger did that in the 60s? No. Train hard, work hard, then you can eat and enjoy. No, never in my life, bro. Ask anyone. Ask them what I eat every day. Chocolates, crisps. I don't care.
I'm gonna ask 2 more questions and then I'll pass it on to the brothers. So favorite chocolate?
Dairy milk, fruit and nut.
A man of specificity.
Bro, I had a bar like that last night every day.
Subhanallah.
Wait, let me show you something quickly. Let's see if the camera
Bismillah.
can zoom in.
Inshallah.
Did I delete it? No. This was me last night.
Oh, my.
Lots of Kinder.
Oh my God.
Allahumma
I
barik.
was gonna
at
pull the
that.
story, but I don't want to be like, oh, but yeah, that's me.
Raw and unfiltered, uncut.
Stuff for a lot. Just
My last question, bro.
Sweet tooth.
Tell us something that, and if you're only okay with it, a secret that nobody else knows, untold secret about Tam Khan that no other podcast, no one else, exclusive.
Yo, you revealed it in the beginning.
No,
Is it
that-
on
I was
camera or off
Talking about
camera?
his kids.
Oh, a secret? Can't think. Well, that secret might get me in jail. I'm joking. I'm joking. A secret. Yeah, bro. When you have kids, it softens you. Like I'm not one to cry. No, I don't cry. I'm very like. Everyone says I'm a bit too serious. Like I can sit in funerals, but when you have kids, if I see a movie now, and kids are harming, I have to hold it. Go, change the channel. Yeah, it's all right. Like just hold it. You become soft.
Oh, subhanallah.
Like yeah, like I saw one video of that kid who was washed on the beach. Remember a Syrian refugee? You saying that, bro? That killed me. I can watch it, but before that, I'm not one to cry or be like I'm very weird like that. And yeah, since I've had kids, I guess I'll cry over a movie or whatever, but I don't show anyone. It's kids. If I see kids or something or a movie a kid's time, I'm like, I think of my kids, and that's it. But no secrets. Like other secrets, I guess I can't say on a podcast. And plus, never reveal your sins, past sins.
Yeah,
Never
that's
collect
true.
witnesses. You should be ashamed.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I have one question that I've been curious about, just to hear your general thoughts on it for a while. How do you think a person builds courage or bravery? You mentioned Khamza, you mentioned Habib, how he did this, said alhamdulillah. He said that, I know you guys don't like it, but alhamdulillah. How does one build the courage? Because people
Get
see it.
close to Islam. That's the only answer. Be
Yeah.
close to Allah. You'll feel nothing.
Yeah.
Only fear Allah. That's the only way.
Yeah.
He's the maker. He takes your life. He makes it. No one else. No cancer's the form they let you think. It's Allah will. Whatever. It was Allah's will. Whether it's the donkey jumps on your car, you fall off that chair, heart attack, an accident, slip in the bath. People have died slipping in the bath, no, hit their head.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a means to take away the stress the angel of death took, When Allah wants, so why? Your death is set, all of us, when we are going to die. So when you're not stressed and you'll know the rewards, why do you care what people think? It is what it is.
Okay, so with that being said, at one point you were saying that you got to the point where you no longer fear death, and it's if it comes, khalas, like you're ready to meet Allah. Like when did that happen? When did you get to that point?
After my visit to Mecca, and I had a calamity before that, and getting close and reading and again stories of the Prophet Ayub, and when I really understood Islam properly, then before I'd be a turbulence on a plane like this, Duas, Quran on the Emirates, and then people thinking, is he a terrorist or something? I was like, oh, and everyone's on a flight like this, I swear. Now it's like, it is what it is. I swear to you, it's like, I'm ready. Alhamdulillah, I am ready. inshallah, Allah forgives me for every mistake I make, but I
Ameen.
beg for forgiveness every dua. I pray, do dhikr, I try my best. So it's set for you. So no, I don't.
So if you don't mind me asking, what was the calamity?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't mind.
This is I don't want to get on topic.
Gotcha.
More other things.
So this is the secret.
It's not
Untold
secret. It's just
It's personal.
something. Yeah, it's personal. You know, it's better this way.
Alhamdulillah.
Fine.
How has that changed you though?
Yeah, it made me calmer. Could have gone two ways, bro. I could have. I don't know how to say it. Could have killed someone, or been humble, gone close to Islam, and I chose the second.
Alhamdulillah.
So
Boom.
yeah.
When you went to Mecca and you saw the Kaaba for the first time, how was that experience?
Wow, powerful. That had a good sheikh take us with us, so we were doing the dua before, and he goes, raise your head as you come out to the thing. I swear, like, it was just, bro, when I was doing salah there, every time, I was just looking at Kaaba. I couldn't go down. I was just the whole time like, wow, this is all my life, been looking at this thing, finally. And you're really, like, since we're kids, every, like, salah mat, you see it was like, wow, bro, for me, it was just, bro, that time there, it was not long after my calamity, and that saved me. Humble. I saw big, like, Russian, Dagestani brothers, like, necks, ears, one bawling his eyes out sitting there. He must have had an issue. Other, I was just like, wow. Bro, it's the best thing I ever did and saw. It was wow. And just like, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. Because I went to the Clock Tower Hotel, but I wasn't looking out the window by purpose. I said to brothers, keep the curtains closed. I want to go live. Do not show me. Do not show me. And it was just wow. Surreal. Surreal. I've had friends tell me stories. They burst in tears crying. Some felt this, like their legs went. It was just like, not another level, not like this, but when you used to fight, you'd come out through a tunnel in this arenas, whatever, yeah? And this dun 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 times 1 million. This heart, and you're like that, and you look, oh, wow. And you're like, voila, yalla, go, move. Moving the line, you know?
Haji,
Like,
Haji.
and I'm just like this. What? Like, wow, this is it. It's just, wow. It's so powerful.
See, we went 2 days and Anha felt this state of, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So when you were in there, did you feel like it was almost like a trance?
It's just no, you don't care of anything. Astaghfirullah, you think I want to die now. I could die here.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It's very weird.
If I want to die, let me die right this, like there. Do you know what I mean? Who does that? Let me just die in posturing. Bro, I was sitting there. Then I kept putting it back on, pretend I'm doing Umrah just to go and pray there every day. You know, because all the time. I was just there all the time. I just loved it. I couldn't believe it. And surreal, bro. It's just wow. And it's like, it was just, I took some famous YouTubers with me. Adam Saleh, Slim. There's a lot of us. I took them all with me. They're all like that. Everyone was just like, wow. We had a group of us. It was good. It was funny times. And everyone was just talking stories and just, yeah, bro. Nothing like it. Now, inshallah, my kids, I want to go with my daughters. They're that age because
Inshallah.
it's too young. It was crowded. I want to take them now.
Allah make it.
That's the dream for me. Yeah, inshallah.
I guess what I mean is not trance, more so, you know, when you went in there, you were just amazed. You were
Yeah, but
looking
it's just
at
like,
Allah.
you know, you anticipate to see something. Like some people, stuff like they celebs, they look their whole life and they meet them like this. When Michael Jackson was alive, people would collapse, oh, haram way. But for us, that Kaaba is like, whoa. We've always prayed this direction. Now we're here, we're all praying around it. It's like, this, that's it. And then you remember prophets and people were there. Then when you go to Medina, you remember Medina. And I went to Uhud and you think this was here. The prophet prayed here. Just, you're sitting there going, wow. It's just mad, surreal. So, yeah, you know, for me, it's just wow.
Yeah. I feel like a weirdo now because for me, we went to Medina first. Usually people go to Medina and then they do Mecca. So when I was in Medina, I was bawling my eyes out the whole time. You guys probably remember I was crying. And it was life-changing. But when I got to Mecca, it was just, I got this feeling like this is where the Prophet ﷺ started his mission, right? This is where the Prophet ﷺ received Islam and preached to the people. And, you know, he wanted to establish Islam. So when I was there, I got this feeling of like, I need to finish and I need to leave and I need to go because I have a mission as well. I have to continue, you know, to bring people to Islam to the best of my ability, inshallah. And yeah, I feel like everyone else has a completely different experience.
Now, for me, I love Medina, but Mecca, for me, different.
Yeah.
When I went to Medina, I had to go back. I said, let's go back again. I did another Umrah.
You did Mecca, then Medina?
Yeah.
I got you.
And
And then
I
you
wanted
went
to go
back.
back again. I had to keep
You
going back.
prefer
to
Mecca?
I loved it.
Allahumma
I could have stayed. I love Medina, but Mecca for me was different, bro. It's just the Kaaba. It's different.
Yeah,
I just can't connect, bro, when it's so crowded in Mecca compared to Medina.
that killed me. Yeah.
You know, I didn't see people, bro. I can't explain it.
It didn't phase you.
No. Crowds barging me. Usually, I didn't get nothing. I'm just looking. I'm just thinking. Yeah.
Wow.
So why you live over here, not in Mecca?
Because unfortunately, I don't know why they don't develop the place outside the Kaaba. Just,
Yeah.
just spend some money there. Like this, I don't get it. It's weird. It's like everywhere else nice. Like you go there and it's just left and it's Mecca. Like just make a development next to it. People live. And plus, I got to provide, so it's here. So for me, I've always got to provide my family. It doesn't mean like I can sit in the masjid all day, read Quran. I still have a job,
Yeah.
a responsibility, and people have to forget that. So I have to do things what I have to do.
Yeah. There's a,
Yeah, go on.
sorry, because it's on this point you mentioned before. And there's a hadith about this. The Sahaba that were with the Prophet ﷺ, and he was talking about Jannah and Jahannam until it was as if I could see it. And then he narrates, he's like, I left, I went to my family, my kids, my wife, my business, and I couldn't see Jannah and Jahannam anymore. It was like I forgot, you know.
But the Prophet also said work. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you have to travel to other world, you have to put the work in as well.
Yeah, the hadith comes full circle, I promise, on that exact topic. So he went to Abu Bakr and he was like, basically, I become a hypocrite because I used to basically like see heaven and hell and all of a sudden I can't anymore. So he went to the Prophet ﷺ and he told him this. He's like, I left and I went to my family and I did my business and I forgot. And the Prophet ﷺ said something very similar. He's like, there's a time for this and there's a time for that. And that is something I want to mention because you highlighted it a few times. There's Islamic grounds for that as well.
There is, and people, and I don't like to get into it too much because people might interpret it wrong by saying, "Oh, that means it comes before Islam." It doesn't. But we have roles, we have responsibilities. We're here, and many things we have to kind of carry out in order for our family and things. Responsibilities as a man. That's like I said, that's a man's responsibilities, and
Yeah,
the same way, marriage is half your deen.
yeah, 100%.
So if it's half your deen, why are you not going to behave when you're doing it?
Yeah,
No?
yeah, absolutely.
So that's another thing I forgot to say to guys, like, get married young, find a good spouse, and then when you're choosing, people are going to take it wrong. So I got this off Sheikh Khalid Yassin, one of the older legends of purpose of life, from America. He said, the hour after the shower's all the same, bro. You know what, like when she wakes up and sees me every day, look, just, it's that ugly, big, bald, fat Tamil. Looks go, bro. My point is, looks will fade. Have a car for 2-3 months, it's bored. You're bored of it. No, it's true. It goes. Don't go for this. Of course, you have your attractions. Go for a woman who is on deen.
Yeah.
Believe me, and women go for a man who's on deen. If they're not, I don't care if he looks like DiCaprio, LL Cool J, I don't know what they're like now, Cristiano Ronaldo. If he's not on deen or close to Islam, don't even bother. And I say for the men the same. Someone who's close to Islam is very, very important to have a successful marriage and get on. Because again, everyone looks fade, bro. As in, not fade. You're used to that.
Yeah.
It's not. It's bigger than that. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you have a preference, but look outside the box a bit.
So what advice would you have for men that, let's say recently they got married, right? And they might ask questions like, I have debt to pay off. I have to get my money up. I have to focus on dunya. I don't want to have kids right now. And maybe they might think, you know what? I got to delay having kids, which is something I want to do, for something that is important to me. But
Who said the woman says I don't have kids
no,
now?
like the man wants to have kids too, right? But he's like,
But who's saying I want to delay?
let's say the man or both.
Yeah, but, okay, my
because
point
they
on
want to
that
get
is
the dunya first.
listen, when's the right time? How much money? Answer me, what is enough money for a child?
There's no perfect time.
Yeah, what's enough money for a child? I was having a tough time when we.
Really?
Allah, my mum always used to tell me, Allah will bring, what's the other word, like success. It'll make a way when you have kids, and the things come. There's no right time. What do you mean? $1 million, $100,000, 10? Like what?
What if someone has debt?
Yeah, so be it. It's gonna try your best, but bro, when the kid's born, at least for 2 years, a year, it's just nappies, some black poop, and some formula, and breast milk if she doesn't want to breastfeed. Bro, what's this myth? The kid. Half the time, most families put the kid in the same bed because they're scared to have him in a cot. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And it
You're
costs
around.
cheap. Yeah.
But you're around. Costs are cheap. People give the community. Yeah, they give. Bro, old school families never had nappies. Our parents is parents. They wrap them in towels, wash, whatever. Bro, I can't look at feces, but my kid, I was like, yeah, I don't care, wipe the like bum. Because he's a kid. Debts will come and go. Allah will bring, what's the word?
Risk.
Risk.
Yeah.
Risk.
Something, it's just your
Barakah.
barakah. It'll come. You can't think like that. Your debt might never go, but it might go. This responsibility.
Imagine that never goes and you regret delaying having kids and now you can't even.
Yeah, you don't know.
And breastfeeding
Brother,
free, bro.
let me tell you to all the brothers and sisters out there, yeah, the children is the biggest blessing in this world. I'm telling you what, I forget what life was about. I know the purpose of life, but I forget what I was doing before. Like, what was I doing? What did I enjoy? I'd run back to see them play. I can sit there, watch them doing their little doll things or how they talk or cheeky and their mannerisms and it's cool. Like, bro, it's like, subhanAllah, it's the best gift a man can ask for a woman, children. And then it's your test. And subhanAllah, no disrespect to people who can't have children. I'm just saying, for me, yeah? And because there's many, there's circumstances.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing. It's for me, I don't know what the purpose was. I'm telling you. For me, it's just wow. Like, then you get to age they're talking to you and you're just like holding your hand and that smell of a baby. There's a smell, bro. When they lay on you, they're breathing. Bro, I hate breath. I hate people coming near me, yeah? I'm weird, bro. Like, you know, like, don't touch me. I'm weird. I want to sleep on. I just don't want anyone near me, yeah? I go to the toilet for like an hour. I sit there, yeah? Scheming while I'm doing life. Just weird, bro, yeah? Weird man stuff, you know? So that's like, I swear it's bad for my body. I just sit. You know, my legs go numb. I'm like this, getting up, washing. Straight up, my legs are numb, like icy. Bro, I've just got this habit since a kid. Like, it's my mom. My mom goes, "What are you doing? An enema? Like, just get out of there." Like, I'm weird. Then I go to the West, and there's like, I take this washer. It's just more. You have to shower after. It's not like here. Stress. You have to hold yourself all day, and this, like, you could go this now. There's no washers. It's not like Dubai. Everything's got to be there. Your washer. So that's what I hate about the West. This wash. But my point is, I've got off topic talking about me doing stuff for a lot of toilet. Is kids, their smell, their breath, it's just beautiful and it makes any man soft. Kids are, bro. So try best, have kids young, enjoy it. Why do you want to be 60 and your kid's a teen? Be a young kid. Have a relationship where you can talk to them, not like a parents. Like, they can confide in you. I already feel old, like, God forbid I might not be around when they're teens. You never know. So my point is, I'd love to be a young father if I could have. You have a son, you can teach him baseball, football, walk with them, talk about, oh, you saw this, or the girls, take them out, walk at girls' day. I take my kids out now, their movie, or they come with me, walk around the mall, they go play in the games, or ice cream. You know, because I'm bad. Like, wife, I had to give them sweets, and I'm stupid like that. We have to hide it. I say, come, let's get some ice cream, you know? And they're like, yeah, blah, time. So, bro, trust me, experience this better than anything, bro. I've seen and done a lot as well. I'm telling you, private jets, all this stupid stuff, yachts. I've seen and done it. Celebrities, you name it, I've been there, done it all. Like, not just chasing, been in circles of people. Trust me, nothing comes close to this. Nothing. I'm telling you straight. And a lot of these people who live that life. I saw Dan Bilzerian. He said a quote the other day. It was quite true. He said, "Bro, I've got this, mate. It doesn't make you happy." He said about he's got 150 mil. Then you want 200. You have so many women, cars, this, that. He goes, you could see he's not content.
Yeah.
He's got muscles, he's he's got women, he's got money, cash, cars. And I posted on Instagram, I wrote a quote underneath. Still not content. What's next? Spaceships? What? Buy a zoo? Where does your funds, like, what's next? There's, you know?
So it's not like there's specific mechanisms to get your risk up, but it's like, put your trust in Allah, have kids, fulfill your purpose, and Allah will take care of the rest.
It'll come. It's about, you're giving birth and you're going to develop new children, teach them Islam, teach them how to be good people. Bro, why? The West is also failing in a way where other nationalities are not having children anymore, breaking the family. That's why Islam's grown as well. Like, people not getting married, people not having kids like they used to. Well, Islamic families, boom, boom, boom. That's why Islam's spreading even faster.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, question. So with that being said, what do you advise people who are about to have kids?
Yes, this is a good idea.
Advice is just to enjoy the ride, bro. Enjoy it. Me, I had no clue, no family, no parents live here with us. They're all abroad. We just learned from friends and this, that, and you enjoy it, bro. It's just wow. Bro, imagine part of your genetics and your partner's genetics, and you see that, bro, you're like, what is this? It's a connection you cannot explain. Now you know how your parents feel. You might listen to that.
What do you mean by that?
Like when they used to tell you off and like why they're always worrying. 'Cause bro, that's why they were like that. You don't understand to your parent. Then imagine the creator who makes your parents, your grandma, your grandfather, the trees, everything, and none of us even show homage to that.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? If your mum says go get groceries, you run. We don't show respect to the source that made everything, made my kids. Do you know what I'm saying? That also woke me up, and I was like, you know, I did the adhan in each ear, the du'as, and I went straight. It was Fajr time. I went to pray. I was like, oh, like, when your wife's pregnant, all you pray for is the health of the kids.
Yes, and the mother.
You'll see.
The wife, yeah.
You'll see. Yeah.
You know those people that sometimes they choose to have confidence in Allah, and I don't want to know the sex of the kid. I want to just leave it until it's like, you know, due, and I leave it a surprise. And then there's other people that, like, as soon as, you know, the gynecologist can let you know, they're on that. So what type of person do you think you'd be?
I wanted to know.
You wanted to know.
Yeah.
You don't believe in no surprises.
Bro, I don't like surprises.
You gotta know what to shop for.
No, not even shop, bro. They can wear anything, innit? They're bro, babies. What, blue, pink, who cares? They're just like, is it free? Pass it down from my friend. You know how our cultures are. I had a kid.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about babies.
Thanks.
Because they grow out of everything. So there's always things. I could offer things, so many, but then brands reach out and stuff. But I tell my friends who I said, you need anything, let me know. We've got things. That's the community's like that. It helps. There's always ways to help, bro.
Then why do you want to know? Just to prepare? Or curiosity?
Just for names.
Names, okay.
Because it's important, in my opinion. But everyone's different. My sister didn't want to know. Some don't. I'm impatient, bro. I'm very impatient. And yeah, everyone's different. It's just a thing you can have, you know. But it's just du'as non-stop. Be healthy, inshallah. They're healthy. That's all you pray for. So respect to all those parents out there who have kids who are people of determination or Down syndrome, bro. They struggle. Those parents, you have to respect how hard it is to raise kids. But with a disability, imagine. I respect those. And I respect the parents who knowingly knew this, because you can do a test and still keep the child. For me, that's really, you respect warriors. They're heroes, whatever religion. Believe me, you understand one day. So I have friends who have got children who've got autism and stuff, and I see the struggles and the sacrifice they make. And bro, trust me, Allah will bless them and those children. Believe me, Allah's so merciful, a religion so beautiful, guaranteed they're going to be blessed. You can tell how beautiful Islam is. So everyone, that's people like that I respect more than any like Mike Tyson character.
Do you think your risk or just dunya, there was a difference in how much Allah was giving you in terms of sustenance after you had kids? Or do you think it was
just when I was on Deen.
On Deen, okay.
I swear. I don't want to say it where if you practice, you might not get anything. You might not be in there. You might not. It's your rizq. But I found a lot of success came when I asked Allah and I prayed and everything.
There's a quote, there's a hadith. It was like, if you put Allah first, the dunya is going to be at your feet.
Yeah, that's the hadith.
But I can't answer your question why so many people in these countries are not getting that and they're poor. I can't. People say, what about these people? And but the majority of people in the hereafter in heaven will be poor.
Yeah.
So there's your answer. They win.
Wow.
That's true.
So in another way, they win.
Yeah.
That's when I sometimes think, oh, so there's always an answer, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's because wealth. I should probably speak into this. It's because wealth is such a huge test.
Of course, bro. It is a test. Sometimes people go, yeah, you say this, but look, it is. But especially in the West, okay? Let me get an example. It can be hard, but there's so many ways around it. There's welfare. There's benefits in UK. There's ways around it. Yeah? You still can survive, yeah? Well, you can survive, you can live. There's people, especially in Muslim Brotherhood. Brothers look after everyone. There's always a way. But look at these other countries. They're working, they're sleeping on the street, and they're still smiling and praying. So there's always something worse. Yeah. So always say Alhamdulillah, whatever, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You guys are in shape, you look smart, young. Bro, there's always worse. You're traveling doing podcasts, bro. So
yes,
that's true.
You're living life, bro. Well, yeah, that's what's wealth then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not Some people say it's not a job. They say you're living good. Alhamdulillah. So you got to be blessed, whatever you say.
Peace of mind is a real
Yeah,
bag.
bro. Like,
Alhamdulillah,
it's
bro.
the mind. It's this. Social media's made it worse. This last generation, we see things more. But guys, everything you see is not what you think. No one exposed. Rental cars, fake. The watch, it's all fake. I've been around the backseat. I think it's real. These hip hop videos, it's all fake. They're all hired. I'm around. I've acted. I've done movies. I've seen
Yeah.
music videos. It's all boring models, cars, house. It's all fake. I know people have used fake houses for MTV cribs.
Oh,
Wow.
God, what?
It's not their house. They used a friend's house.
I recently saw this thing on Instagram. You're going to be in a movie with Jackie Chan soon.
I did it. I was a bad guy. It's old.
Well, how long ago was it?
2019. The Vanguard movie.
19.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it started recently on your Instagram feed, though. Maybe you don't post much.
Yeah.
I just scrolled a bit and saw it.
maybe.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's old.
Yeah. I was.
I didn't know you were an actor.
I'm not. Just don't ask how it happened. Yeah, but I had a support role and I did okay. I think Yeah, it's experience. It was funny.
Alhamdulillah.
I got offered other things, but then it was just the timing. It was COVID. I just didn't bother. It wasn't.
How do you
Very-
find time for all these things?
There's time. I think it's just how you make it, and you can organize things. You can make time for anything. Those people say I ain't got time for this, that. They're just lying, bro. They don't want to be there.
All right. Last question for the quickfire Q&A. Are you a night owl or an early riser?
Both. I sleep 3-4 hours a day.
How?
Wow.
Just do. I went to sleep yesterday. I was talking to. Was it you, Remy? I was talking to you till what time? I said you can sleep in 3 a.m.
I don't think so. I don't think that was me.
You going to pull up the receipts?
Yeah.
Receipts. Hold on.
Was I up at 3 a.m.? I'm pretty sure I knocked
Where's the
out.
cup? Not this.
Yeah.
Zoom in on this editor.
I spoke to you after Fajr. Wait, let me see what it was earlier. So I spoke to you, sorry, after Fajr,
Yeah.
6:20. But
Yeah.
I was up. My last thing at night was like 3. I thought like 3-ish, 2:30, 3 a.m. Fall asleep, wake up Fajr 5.
Wow.
And then I'm up.
Was it always like that? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly,
I
no.
never sleep.
What the
I
heck?
can't sleep if I want to. I want to lay in. I can't.
Do you think people are all
Wow.
different? Because the average person needs like, what, 6 to 10 hours? So how do you,
Yeah,
is it
but
just you?
who says that? I know you should sleep more. I know they say this.
I can't function on that.
Have
bro.
your breakfast, lunch, but bro, the old days used to hunt for days to get their food. You didn't have breakfast, lunch, dinner. You'd have to use those rations over the time and walk for thousands of miles.
That's true.
Survived and strong men. So it's a myth, bro. It's all the mind. I hardly sleep, bro. I literally, it's a mad thing.
What
People
about
don't believe.
testosterone? Like, to optimize it? They say you need like 5 to 8 hours of sleep minimum for testosterone.
Alhamdulillah. When I wake up in the morning, so I'm okay. It's a test. though. It's the morning glory they call it. But when the diet comes down to that, bro.
Yeah, you were speaking about the diet out there. You said that you fast all the way up until 9 o'clock every single day. So is it 1 meal a day that you do?
Yeah, I'll just eat whatever I want in that time, and that's it. I'm not even hungry now. I haven't eaten. I'm just drinking
So
water
from
now.
6 a.m., so probably 12 to 15 hours you don't eat.
Not even 6 a.m. That time I'll eat for an hour and I'm done. I'll pass out eating carbs, like adrift on the sofa watching something or for the playing kids. And then if I go see someone, that's it.
You don't feel like you start getting anxious though? Like
I'm used to it. I
after
swear, I feel
22
strong.
or 23 hours?
I feel strong and much better without it. I wanted to do a 3-day fast the other day, right? I read about how it repairs your
Those are
cells.
good,
And
yeah. Autophagy.
I did. I was on the second 2 days, and then I had to take the kids somewhere. And I thought, I've got to sit eat with them. I didn't have to. I thought now I'm with them and with this place, and it was a kids. What was it? So I just did it. But I need to do that one day. I just want to try it
Yeah, the 3-day fasts are amazing, bro.
on
Water
water.
fasting.
But, I feel it. I feel it good. Anything I eat, I just empty. I can go bathroom after a bottle of water. I'm weird.
Hold up, wait. So have you been doing this diet for a very long period of time?
I've been doing intermittent fasting for a few years, but like I was in the States, going, oh, this, but I just hardly eat. I don't need to.
Have you ever tried doing it when you were more lean?
When I was more lean and ripped, my best shape ever, I was eating more. I was eating because I was building solid muscle and had a plan, but I was having my breakfast after cardio. I did fasted cardio. I'd walk a lot. My first meal would be about 1 o'clock, and I'd have like 12 eggs, and then I'd have
Wow.
some oatmeal before my workout, and after my workout, some grilled chicken. So it's not a lot. It was like this, you know.
Yeah, I wonder, man.
My
'cause
body type, if I eat a lot, I get huge and fat and big, so I don't have to eat a lot. My brother
Yeah.
also, We've got good, like, quite strong, big bones. He's like musky. People think he's on steroids. He's not. Does anything. It's just our family build.
That's what I was telling you last night, bro. The reason I ask, man, is because for myself, if I'm fasting, whether it's intermittent, whether it's Islamic, it doesn't matter, even water, I just feel terrible because I barely have any fat on my body. So I wonder if it was the same for you.
Yeah, no,
if you
yours
had done
different.
it.
Like, I've got a lot of storage. See, I've got a lot of storage. That's what they say about it. It goes past your glycogen and it takes this and the fat storage. Everyone's different, you know? But I feel energetic and I feel strong. Like, I was benching, repping 140 kilo yesterday with a brother and fasting, yeah. I don't do free weight bench. I just train. Like, I like to just sweat. I'm weird. I don't care about the heavy weights. But it's for me. Everyone's different. I know guys who have loads of meals. I can't eat before I work out. I feel bloated. I hate it. I hate food. I just like to be empty all the time. I feel agile when I'm empty. It's weird.
I feel that.
I can't go out. Like, you know, you don't want to be with your wife bloated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to be empty, like, you know, like, just that feel of, you feel bloated. When I go out, take the kids out, walk, I have to be empty.
And mentally, you're just not there, too.
Yeah, once you eat, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'm eating, that's it, I'm resting, now I'm done.
I feel that.
I know guys used to eat before they fight. I don't know how they do it. I know guys who eat all the time. I know guys that eating just before they jump in the gym. Like, they're eating there. I'm like, well, how you do that? Everyone's different, bro. Everyone's different. But this works for me. And again, shows the power of the miracle of Islam, how it's a proof. The Prophet, peace be upon him, always said how fasting is very beneficial and how he'd do it every Monday and Thursday. Now science is saying fasting is very good, this, that. But they're finding out 1,400 years later. No, it's true though, no?
SubhanAllah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything they recommend for your health is coming out now.
Alhamdulillah.
Like seed oil, all these things.
Honey.
Yeah,
Honey.
honey. Yeah, that's a big one.
Lots of water and Zamzam, they try to do everything. Like, it's just sleeping on your right side.
Yeah.
Doctors are saying it's good. It's less pressure on the kidney, liver and heart, so that's how you should sleep. Never on your front. They said don't sleep on your front, and they say in the hadith is
Cursed
Check,
position,
Yeah.
yeah.
so it's
Subhanallah.
crazy.
Astaghfirullah.
Wow. Alhamdulillah, ya Rabb. Alhamdulillah for
subhanallah.
Islam, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Alhamdulillah.
perfection, bro.
Alhamdulillah, ya Rabb.
I posted something on Instagram about in the Bibles how they used to pray, different extracts of the position. It's just the same prostration.
Yeah.
Wash the hands, wash the feet, everything. And I'm like, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
People forget. You see, look at the Old Testament. They say, yeah, but God wrote that, Jesus wrote it. I said, but you said Jesus is God. So it is what it is. No, Jesus wrote that. God wrote that. So you have to go by that.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. SubhanAllah.
All right.
I think that's good.
With that being
Alhamdulillah,
said, man,
amazing.
before we end it off, let me just say you've shattered my perception of, I guess, in my mind, what I thought it meant to actually be a man. Because, like I said, I've been through a very terrible past. And for myself, I had to figure out what it is to be a man. And I thought it was like, oh, a man has to be able to fight, be able to defend himself, he has to be a tough guy, and all this stuff. But it's like, you've shown me that you're a huge guy. You know how to fight. You've been doing it for such a long time. You said you don't even recommend martial arts. Like, if you like it, do it. If you don't, then don't do it.
Well, I mean, like, if you want to do it, do it. I wouldn't say you have. No, you don't have to.
But it's just been a huge, like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I-
gonna say you, but like a mind F.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of shattered what I thought it actually meant to be like a proper man. So
No, bro. Like, I'll
Jazakallah.
get on back on that. I see a man. You know the ones who sell fruit. I think it was a cereal. I see some post, and he walks with his daughter back home and looks at, and he was doing a selfie of his stand. How proud he was. For me, that's a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? A janitor doing all that for his kids, and there's like people look down on him, bro. And you're gonna tell me a guy who can box and duck and weave and play the shoulder roll is more of a man? Why? Why? Like, tell me why. I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I've knocked people out and been knocked out. Doesn't matter. Like, it does happen. Take two. Everyone. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Okay, what? Then they're tough guys. Okay, what would have they done if Khalid bin Walid was around? Or Genghis Khan? Or Ali? You know what I'm saying? And they all lost. Okay, Khalid bin Walid found Islam and Allah, you know, like, but my point is, what's that a man? Then you're going to disrespect the Prophet, peace be upon him, when you see what he was like. Look at other prophets. Not all of them were like fighters, tough guys. You know, okay, there's Musa, but look at Ayub, Sulaiman. Like, look at some of the they were like very humble. Look at Isa.
Yeah.
Where's the story of Isa being tough? Nowhere. And who's the Messiah? Who's coming back? Who's chosen to come back?
Wow.
Isa.
And he's still alive.
And who's the only
prophet still
two
alive.
people never been touched by Shaitan when they're born? Isa and Maryam. Everyone else got touched.
Oh my God.
So, but when do you ever see a story of Isa being strong, tough, fighting? Not one I've seen or heard of. And he's the one to
He's
come
the
back
one
and
to
defeat.
show.
Yeah, and you'd think it would be Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon you. You'd think it would be Musa, the one punch. You remember he killed a companion or something?
Yeah.
What? It's Isa.
Wow.
Not one story of being a physically tough guy at all. Isa's very soft kind of personality, loving, like calm, healing people. So there's your answer to that. So if people say tough, if a Christian says it, show them Jesus, and Isa to the Muslim. So I just thought of that right now live, actually. It's Isa. Like, look at his character. I can't think of one type of tempo or anything. Can you?
No.
In any narration. I've never heard of anything with Isa.
Yeah. No. The
Musa,
closest
yeah.
thing is just defeating
Yusuf,
Dajjal.
no. But definitely, especially Isa, no. Very peaceful, chilled kind of person, it seems. You
Yeah.
know, so there you go. And who's going to say he's not a man? Who Allah's chosen him to be the Messiah to come back and defeat? Well, that's
Yeah.
Isa's still alive. SubhanAllah, he's do you know what I'm saying? Allah took him till he comes, but that's powerful, bro.
I want to address this before we wrap up too. Why do you think a lot of people are atheists today? And you try to
I don't
Talk
think that it's.
to-
I think they don't respect the other religions. I think they're lost. They've seen the flaws in religions, but they're so fearful of Islam and they don't like it. They'll find a reason why. But those same people, bro, when a plane's gonna crash, they all say, "Oh God, help me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a gun to their head, bring a gangbang and see what they say.
It's like with feminists. They say
Yeah.
they don't want a man, but then
For
you know,
protection.
after 40 years, they're like, oh, like I wish I would have got married. I wish I would have
Oh.
had kids.
Look at the Muslims who suffered in Guantanamo Bay, innocent Muslims during that trial. Tortured. I know stories of people that electrocuted their testicles, sexually assaulting them hard, blazing heavy metal, 24/7 and lights in your eyes. Bro, I'm telling you, it's still doing salah. I saw a story of one guy who goes, we didn't even know the direction. We just closed our eyes and we did salah. They went, shut up. And they were doing it.
Allah.
Put an atheist in that situation. They'll pretend they're Muslim or whatever. Christianity, they'll fake. Bro, that's the resolve of a believer. Believe me. And you know what I'm saying? There you go, another tough guy there. Bro, in the Soviet war with Afghanistan, yeah, in the 80s when they invaded, the tanks were coming back to the Soviet bases and they said they'd always have a hand left. No corpse, just a hand on the tank. Because people trying to stop it, the brave, like Afghani, like warriors. Small kids in that hand. All right. Show me these UFC guys or who do that, or a martial art. Who does that? I know I won't. There's an old saying. He goes, "We'd look down the barrel of the gun and see the eye of them standing right. Go, come, bro. These are guys in war, skinny, fat. Just bro. That's men. You know what I mean? So, that's what I'm saying. Like, so what's your definition of a man? Like, learning a martial art. What does that mean? Our dads couldn't do shit. Bro, I know men who work hard, who bring like, so you're gonna disrespect like a Shamsi, a Mufti Mik, this Hamza guy, all these scholars. Do you think they know how to do a push-up? Bin Baz or whoever, you know? Sheikhs, I don't know who the biggest scholars are, so bear with me, I'm not like, but probably they've never done use a treadmill in their life. But how are they not men? You know what I'm saying?
So,
Define that, like.
so then what is a man?
Man, just probably a man is to be responsible for what he does, protect and be the best example he can be for people around him, whether it's family, kids, if you're married, friends, and be a man of honor. Just be honestly obey God and do what God says. That's being a man. Where does it say in the Quran or Sunnah to do MMA or boxing? It says
It doesn't say anything.
it doesn't say anything. It says they used to train wrestle, but they do archery, horse riding. I think the wrestling one's a debated one, but it's archery, horse riding, some swimming, some Sahaba wrestle. But where does it say do it? So you got to look at that. If it was such a big thing, it'd say do it.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Prophet ﷺ was actually the perfect embodiment of both Deen and Dunya. So he had these capabilities, but he was also soft. He knew how to soften with his family, be more romantic, be more, I guess,
Yeah, which position? Where was the Prophet when he died? What was the last things he was doing?
He was with Aisha radiallahu
Yeah,
anha.
he was laying on her. So nowadays people, oh, tough guy, I go out. You got to see that, bro. Khadija was living off her. So where's his red pill guys? So what are they going to say about that? She was earning. He worked for her. No? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
So it is what it is, and people just forget easy, bro. And again, it's culture of the time. It'll change in about a year or two, bro. Everything changes. Yeah, work if you like. I love it. I like to be big, bro. I've got a big head. If I look skinny, I look like a lollipop. Everyone's different, bro. But if I wear a suit, I look like a bouncer. You wear a suit, you look smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone's got their flaws. When you've got a nose my size, you have to have a big head, bro. You know what I'm saying? My brother's different. Everyone's got their own. Like, you say my dad's not a man. He never thought, bro, what do you mean? It's because he gave us the opportunity to come in London, develop, lived a good life. Not born on the street, I lived good. You know what I'm saying?
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So,
Alhamdulillah,
it's just this new thing. And like, bro, half the guys who push that, bro, stuff like, I don't like saying it, they will not, I could test them in seconds and put them in our mats with a 57 kg Dagestani. Let's see if they're going to back or this, bro. But do what you want to do and have your hobby, badminton, whatever it is. There's no such thing as a tough guy. Bro, like I said, I see like Mufti Mink, people love him, no?
Yeah.
Mufti Mink got muscles and stuff like that. It's just, everyone likes him. I think Cardi B follows him, is it? Or Nicki Minaj, one
Nicki
of them.
Minaj.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but yeah, but she follows him. Why? People just love him. I'm not saying he's the most notable, but he's got nice quotes, kuffar-like. Everywhere he goes, he smiles. People respect him. Do you know what I'm saying? He's never once acted tough, thrown a punch or got muscles on him. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like fake alpha. Never did.
They don't need to. Me, Sonny Bill Williams, a brother. Pew makes me look small. Samoan. Strong, tough, muscular. Softest, humblest guy you ever meet. Rugby World Cup champion, bro. Rugby guys are tough, bro. Not like NFL, like the Americans. No head guards. No, like, you know,
Shield.
shield.
Yeah.
Strong. And Samoans, bro. Maui's one of the strongest races I've met. Everyone's big, tough. They're like a very aggressive race. Yeah, he's the most. You go see him. Oh, doesn't act anything. Real tough guys, bro, are the most humble people in the world. Why? Because they've been humbled. Everyone's been knocked out or beaten up once. It's the ones who don't know how, the loud ones. They've never fought. I can tell you if they fought, it's how loud. And every fighter has been humbled in that ring or in training. There's always a tougher guy, bro. I swear. I've got a 57 kg Dagestani. That boy's skinny. He picks up grown men and slams them on the head. Technique wrestling. If you saw him, you wouldn't even think anything. So technique's just what he knows. He's wrestled since a kid.
I realized this when I first tried Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, yes, me too.
Bro, I had this little girl. She was maybe like 5 feet tall, probably weighed like half my weight, and she just put me in this headlock while I was like this, about to just pass
And you're
out.
like this.
Yeah.
hanging
Bro.
off arms.
After that, I didn't know what to feel. I felt embarrassed. I felt humiliated, but at the same time, I loved it. I was like, yo,
We all did that. My
this is
first
crazy.
class ever, BJJ, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Before everyone goes,
I was waiting for that.
I was a big guy, bound, and I went, and this skinny kid was hanging off my arms, tapping me left, right, and so I was going, what is this? I want to kill him. I loved it, bro. Technique, it was Helio Gracie. Like, Hoist Gracie's a very good friend of mine. He lives in Torrance, California, the first UFC champ.
Mashallah.
Like a brother of mine, yeah? His father invented this style. It was for the smaller man to defend, to hang with a bigger man. Not to win, just to nullify him. And that was what it's for, and he did. So you go. There's the beauty. So my point is, each their own. If you like to train, do it. I love it. It's my passion. I've got friends who are my closest friends who play cricket their whole life. I've got a close friend who does nothing, you know? I've got friends who are just fat. I'm trying to tell them, but just don't do anything. One guy is just funny. Goes, just don't get involved with me and my food. He just doesn't do anything. So what? Successful, does his own thing. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Who's going to say he's not a man? And where's these times come nowadays? Look at Tony Soprano, bro. Those kind of things. You just make one phone call, he'll kill you.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
El Chapo's a skinny, short guy.
Yeah.
But a dangerous guy. No one cares. I used to see these cartels and these programs, Mexicans. Bro, vicious, small. So what is it? Like, what's martial arts going to do? Just if you like it, do it. If you don't do it, I don't say push and do it. No. I'd say for kid boys, discipline's good. Whatever sport gives you discipline. For that reason, if they're out of ruling, get them off the computer games, yes. But they can do what they want. Like, you have to be. When you pressure them, they're going to go the other way. I have kids all the time and their parents are too much. I can see the kids are going to go stressed later. You know what I mean?
They're like too many iPad babies nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm to blame. Sometimes my kids are ruling. Here's an iPad. Stop talking. They're running around. Just watch this. You have to, bro. Nowadays, it's just man.
It's easy, yeah.
It's easier.
Alhamdulillah.
You know, when you're out in public, you have to go shh.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I look forward to
I
that.
have one more question, man.
Bro.
With your daughters, do you have them like go to normal school or do they do homeschooling?
Normal school here.
You wouldn't want to do the homeschooling?
What if you were in the West?
Bro, look, we went to public schools, and I'm not gonna say all, but the ones who went to all girls and all boys, and the strict Muslim families, subhanallah, they came out the worst.
Really?
I'm telling you, I don't want to make it really. I was shocked. My sister went to a public school in a council estate. It's called the Projects we went to. Yeah? Council estates they're called. She chose by herself to wear hijab as a teenager.
Wow.
And my mum doesn't. I'm telling you the truth. My sister chose. To this day she wears it. Herself.
Why?
That's where we were upbringing. We loved Islam. She just wanted to. And she read it that way. As kids, we never did anything like that. But my mum goes, go away, do what you want, but just know there's rules and this. Don't have boyfriends. Go, don't do this and that. That's how it raised. It's all about upbringing, bro. I saw guys, clock up, stay at home. You can't go on the bikes. Now these boys are drinking alcohol. Nearly 8. I know I got guys, but I saw who are strict girls who wore hijabs. Now just wild. They sneak off. I don't want that, bro. I want them to be able to talk to me. I'd say this is right and wrong, but anything, always talk to me. I won't be approved, but I don't want it to be fearing me, bro. There's a difference. Because God forbid, the worst thing, I'd love them to say that I've, someone, this is happening. I'd be really disappointed. But I want to know, like, I'm there. Because it's very important, bro. Before, I said, it doesn't work, bro. It does not work. You have to have that respect. Being that tough, angry does not work. I've seen it hundreds of cases when I was younger, and those parents and the boys. And when I asked my brother, how are they doing now? Because he's doing, I said, what? They used to be like this. And they think, why is Tam pushing Islam? And like, you could do this, you're there. Like, you see how tables change? Because it's upbringing, and like, you can't be. My dad told me, bend a tree while it's young, but don't bend it till it snaps. You know what I'm saying? Just know, like, in a way. That's the best way to do it, bro. So, yeah, like, school doesn't matter where you go, bro. It doesn't matter. It's all about the upbringing and the respect. In the West, it's different, yeah, I get, but here, bro, they even teach Arabic at 4 years old, Thursday and Fridays. There's nothing like that agenda. So, I went to an English school. They used to do English Christian assemblies in the morning. Everything. Yeah, and my mum said, like, you can't do this, can't do that. But, bro, never once. So, for me, again, I go back to upbringing.
Yeah.
That's why when you spread the message and give someone Islam, do it in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Steps, baby steps. Don't push it hard. Like, that's why I get scared for Tate. All these people are going to push him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no need.
Yeah. Actually, I think your upbringing was somewhat similar to mine in that sense, because my mom was the same exact way. She told me, like about Surah Yusuf, the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, the Prophet sallam, all these stories, and she was fairly lenient with me and trusting. I went to a Catholic school. So,
Sometimes it's better for you, bro. You'll be shocked. My mum went to a convent in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's proper on deen. My mum's like, no, she's nearly a heart. Mama, everything in Islam I learned from her. But their parents took them to these kind of schools. Discipline. Wasn't to learn any agenda.
Yeah.
My point is, it is upbringing. And the thing is, my mum was lean, like, go where you want, do it, but I trust you. And I was like, yeah. So I'd feel this. I wasn't scared of police. I was scared of my mum. It's weird.
Wow.
Because I was like, she does so much. Like, so if I'm like, you're this, that, bro, what are they going to do? They're going to go against you.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen it. I'm sure there's probably case studies in it. Yeah. Every kid who had a strict dad or parent became so bad.
Yeah.
So when you put them in homeschooling, bro, they need to socialize. They need to understand life. They become robots. I knew kids who were like homeschooling science. My sister got PhDs at 12. You know, it's like nerds. Yes, Baba, I know 25, algebra 6. And I'm like sitting there with my snot hanging. They were like these nerds, bro. It's all well-being, but they can't socialize. They become like, it's weird. Just let them, bro. Kids are kids, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them be kids, bro. Don't put a burden, bro. Like the Prophet used to love the sound. So used to love the sound of kids running in the masjid.
Yeah.
You know, there's a charm in his back when he used to pray. Where's this new generation of this mutawaz? Get the kid. Where's this come from? Why is she in there? She's a girl. Where? The Prophet used to let kids. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
go by what we know. Don't go by this new culture. These are cultures.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. It reminded me of something Hamza said. It slipped my mind, unfortunately. But assume the best in others, and they'll assume the best in themselves, right? Like
100%. And suspicion's haram as well.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very
Same.
true.
You know, that's the hardest one to get. Suspicion. Just trust in Allah, and there'll be more. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like more prone to you and stuff. Examples are most important.
Because you don't have them on a leash. It's like they choose to be a good kid.
Yeah.
Just do your best, and what they will do, they will do. But if you're gonna lock them away and this and that and be tough, they're gonna look and say, "What is that about? Why?" People are gonna play games, but you say, "No, I trust you. I trust you. You're my daughters. I know you're good. You know what's right and wrong, and anything. Trust me. That's the best way to be. Believe me,
Yeah.
from experience. Trust me, bro. I was around everyone. I was all these fake red pill guys. They wish they could, like, I could say I was about that cringy thing, yeah, and never. Well, you couldn't influence me, bro. Because of my mom, I was like, oh, this and that, the respect, and so upbringing and the trust they had. I saw the difference with the other kids who were always in Quran classes, this, that, push, never out, no friends, not allowed out. And now, bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah, a lot of them leave the deen.
scary,
A
bro.
lot of them leave the
Some of these people, bro, I don't even want to go. They're asking about yourself tomorrow. I don't want to talk to them. If they're like that, I have no respect. Reverts are different. When there's someone like that, I know who knows, who's been around. For me, my respect's gone. I can't sit with them. I'm like that. I just can't. There's nothing to sit with. I've lost respect. It's done. I'd rather sit with a criminal kuffar guy, Westerner, because he doesn't know better. But when it's a Muslim born who's around it and knows better and it acts like a degenerate, bro, I don't want to sit with them. That's me. I'm just harsh like that. I'm like, I don't want to see you. Nah. They all know, like, oh, yeah, I see Tam on this thing. I said, yeah, but don't give him my number. I don't want to meet him. Because I'll just tell them straight and I'll offend them. I'm like that sometimes. I once slapped a friend. He tried to drink beer in front of me. I slapped him across the face. It's bad. I was like, what are you doing this for? Showing off because then he and he cried, he got upset. But I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, why are you trying to, what are you doing? Why are you buying a beer in front of me? You should have shame and trying to be like English and stuff. It's a stupid thing to do. But at the same time, that's how I am. I hate it, bro. That's my pet peeve. When you see Muslims holding like this on their Facebook, like bottles of champers. My time, you'd hide your sin, you'd be ashamed. Nah, they don't care.
What about like shisha?
Look,
It's culture.
it's debatable, no? I'm not a scholar. I believe smoking is not allowed. Haram,
too,
yeah?
yeah.
Now, people say cigars, you don't know hell. I'm not a scholar, It's like the music thing. I believe music is not allowed, certain things, but I believe some people say beats. It depends. Obviously, Tupac, this is not allowed. But I'm not a scholar, it's debatable. There's some clear verses and there's some things go to scholars, so
Well, yeah.
I don't like to comment on them.
Yeah.
I have different opinions, but I try to look into it and see. They're not so easy, clear cut.
Yeah,
Shisha's so common in the Middle East, it's hard to say why it is there and what. But then again, it's, what's the word, intoxicant, and it's bad for you. Then what about mayonnaise? What about sugar? I eat a lot of bad.
Caffeine.
I'm doing haram. Yeah, literally, I know. I'm eating a lot of sugar. So it's hard to clarify. So I can't say clear cut. I'm no man to say that.
Of course, none of
But
us.
the clear cut things is alcohol, pork, zina,
Yes.
adultery, gambling, riba, backbiting, stealing, murder, harming someone, striking their face. We know the clear cut ones.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, my mum used to say, don't complicate Islam. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question. The whole thing about the striking the face being haram, how do you manage that in
Yeah,
training?
I was saying, for me, it's haram.
Yeah.
For me, it's haram. I did it, it's haram. Professional fighting. Now, some will say competition's different. But for me, wrestling's fine and jiu-jitsu, but for me, it's haram. I did it, it's a haram.
about
Now,
the sparring?
teaching someone, sparring is different because you have head guards, in my opinion, and it's not intent to hurt. It's touching and moving and getting defenses up. And it's more of a competition, like archery. They used to spar like this, Sahaba, no? They used to train with the archery and whatever, how to train. You might have got knocks here and there, but intentionally harming someone is a different thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, MMA and the boxing is haram. I can't lie. I did it to professionally do it.
I think it's called something else. The one with the
Fencing.
swords, fencing.
Yeah, but fencing's a sport now. But in those days, they train like
Yeah.
they train for war. No.
Yeah, and
And there's-
the archery is the bow.
Yeah, sorry, you're fencing. Yeah, sword training.
Sword
But
training,
they train for war. They prepare. There's many narrations. So, but they're preparing for a certain task. Preparation and training. It's not intentional. It's not harming. It's let's work on strategies. Move like this is gonna happen. Yeah. Football, you're gonna harm someone, kick them. You might basketball, but get punched in the face. The intention is not for that. It's to perfect your art. But professionally doing it for me is haram. Yeah, because it's clear cut. Striking's not allowed. Now, some say it's for the competition value, but striking their face is clear. Wrestling's okay. But body sparring, cry, maybe, yeah. But I know it's not allowed. But training it, there's no problem with it. And perfecting yourself and being that is, it's no problem for me at all.
But striking and anything really goes in like actual self-defense in like a survival situation, right?
Yeah, of course, survival is different.
Right.
We mean like me fighting in Las Vegas to punch
Right.
someone in the face for
Hadith
money
is
and
about,
people
like-
screaming.
Yeah.
How's it halal?
Yeah, the hadith
In
about
a
the Muslim brother.
casino with ringos.
Yeah.
Let's not lie.
Of course. So at that point-
Auras out showing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't lie. My gym's mixed. There's music being played. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I know what's not allowed and allowed. I know.
So you don't change the religion of Allah.
I know it's
You're man
haram.
enough. You're man enough to.
I accept
admit
I
to
have
this.
that. People say I have a mixed gym, but it's you take steps, you take time. It's not that easy, you know. But I know what's right and wrong. I will never lie and go no. I know it's wrong and right. I know it's not allowed to stare at women, men out. Like I know it's a sin. Even to me, like posing topless, like I stopped doing loads of pics. It's not good. Well, it's haram. If your arrow's covered, yeah. But what is the intention behind it?
Yeah, it's a good
You
point.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not a hypocrite, bro. I don't lie.
SubhanAllah, too many.
I know if I do many, I know, but I don't deny it. I won't make an excuse. I mean, no, I don't make an excuse. Music's a debatable one about string, the beats. What's it called? The duff.
Yeah.
Then many opinions. I've spoke to guys, well-studied scholars. Some say, yeah, it depends on lyrics. Some say, no. So it's a very debated subject. Again, why I differ? Anyway, I don't get motivated, influenced by music, but some do. So then, you know, it's a very hard discussion to say. When I was younger, you put DMX on, yeah, I want to beat someone up. So now I said, now I understand why it's haram. I used to be younger, listen to R. Kelly. I thought, yeah, let me get a girl and go for a cruise. Now I understand why it's haram.
Yeah.
What is it? How it influences you? House music, everyone's like this pillar. So I get it too. It's, you know, but again, there's so many things where the specialists, they'll sit and concur, but there's some things which are clear cut and some which are, you've got to go to other opinions. So people say, well, free mixing. One guy was saying to me, at Mecca, they're free. I said, that's not free mixing. They have mehrams, the women, and they're doing it, you know? But I'm saying, if you're in a hospital, your work, it's not free mixing. It's a professional thing.
Yeah.
Free mixing, we know, sitting with girls, chilling on, that's free mixing. I know it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like hijab. You can't force hijab. Tell me where in the Quran it says it's the punishment of hijab. What's the punishment of hijab? I'll ask any three of you. For not wearing hijab, what's the punishment?
With Allah.
There's not a specified punishment.
There isn't,
Yeah.
is there?
Just with Allah.
Yeah, but there's no specified punishment. There is for everything else.
Exactly.
Zina, adultery. So, you know what I'm saying? And then narration. So, hijab, so we know it's a fraud. But also, it can't be, you can't force it on the woman. There's no punishment for not wearing, you know what I'm saying? So, you've got to let everyone, it's so deep, let the sisters do it how they need to do it and make it easy on them, you know? My brothers have it easy compared to sisters.
Yeah.
No, the women have to go with burqas or they wear hijabs in the summer, and the men have to ask permission. Look, bro, let's not complain. The women, you have to respect the Muslim sisters out there too. We have it much easier, bro, much easier.
Yeah.
What, navel to knee?
It's very
So
true.
my
That's
point
usually
is,
going to be covered anyway.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. Train. My point is, like, I wouldn't wear a vest in a masjid, but you're allowed to show your shoulders in a Mecca. It's just courtesy. It's Islamic courtesy. You know what I'm saying? So don't get too deep in this thing because you end up either going too extreme or too crazy.
Yeah.
Just go by the fards. and just know what you know, and then leave the rest and just based on logic. If it influences you and does bad for you, stop it.
That's why there's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ mentions, do not be extreme in matters of faith.
100%.
You know, and the middle path is already established. So
There
doing
you go,
more
that's-
than that, you can't be more pious than the Prophet ﷺ. You can't be more perfect.
Self-explanatory. And there's no clear-cut verse on the smoke and these things. So that's why, there's clear verses and then there's ones you have to research. So stick by the clear, the vast thing,
Yeah.
and Allah knows best, and
This-
try your best.
The scholars actually
Just don't say it's halal.
Yeah, that's justifying it. See, the scholars have
It's
talked about
disliked.
the-
We know it's a very disliked thing, but don't promote it. That's all I'm saying. Like everyone to know, like it is what it is. What can you do? We have to learn and just better ourselves every day.
I was gonna say the scholars have talked about the smoking and the cigars and the shisha, and most of them are not intoxicants, they're not khamr, so they won't say it's haram because of that. But a lot of scholars, the ones that say it is haram, those select few, they'll say it's because it's extravagant. It's like useless spending, money that could go elsewhere. And there's a clear-cut ayah in the Quran where it says Allah does not like those that spend in extravagance, like those that just waste money on things that you don't need to. Right. So
Yeah, but then
that's a justice.
that's true. But
Yeah.
define that.
Right. It's
What
case
you
by
need
case basis, yeah.
or what do you want? Then 90% of things you have is what you want.
What you want,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
So
There's-
you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
everything, Allah is the most merciful. Everything is simple as well.
Yes.
So these things you'll implode. Bro, I'm older. I've been around. I've been extreme. I've been lost. I've been it all. I remember groups in London. There was the crazy. I was around those eras. I saw them all. I've seen them all, bro. I've seen all these characters. I've been around it all. I've seen it. And I've seen what happens. It's those ones you. Just like the Prophet
It's
said, peace be
cerebral.
upon him, just be
You don't
easy.
feel it.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't. Allah's the most merciful. How many times he mentions this? Every prayer. How many times? Look at the examples of the woman who fed the water, the prostitute, or
Yeah.
Abu Lahab. People like that. Who was the one who opened the heart? Hind? And these characters who reverted after, the one who ate Hamza's heart. Who ate Hamza's heart?
Oh, it was
Hind.
I don't remember the name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Look at these people that did this. I can still forgive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just don't overcomplicate Islam. Do not do
Yeah.
that.
There's a hadith that I read a few days ago where the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said that there are many things which are clear cut, and then there's a gray area. And he said it's best to just go with the clear cut and leave the gray areas aside, because it's not that you can't do the things that are in the gray area. It's just that by doing these things, it can put
Yeah,
you
try to
at
find
risk
the-
to doing the
yeah.
things which are haram.
Yeah, if it leads, look, it's such a hard topic, but again, there's people of knowledge, scholars, and there's so many different opinions. Allah knows best. Allah knows this will come in the future. He would have made it clear cut, in my opinion, if it was such a demanding thing.
Yeah.
The ones which we know for reasons, riba, debts, gambling, what it leads to, chasing debts, getting to junkies, addictions, riba, taking from the like murder. It's all straight.
Simple. Yeah.
Fornication, non-marriage, fatherless family, everything you can see. These things are different. So stay the stress
It's
away.
been made simple, yeah. Even the Prophet mentioned for a woman, it's like if she does her fard, guards her chastity, obeys her husband, right? She can enter Jannah from whatever gate she chooses.
Yeah.
Bro, but imagine what you were saying about the music. It's like there's differences of opinion. But let's say instrumental, no words, no nothing is halal. It's you can do it, it's a great area, so someone starts listening to that, and then out of nowhere they're like, oh, this is nice, and then it just keeps leading them to like more music that's, now you have it ones with vocals. Still talking about Allah, but it has vocals now.
Yeah, but
And then it
it's
gets to the point where they're listening to like hip hop
But
again.
that's the same person who lowers their gaze, but then you say, don't go out in public, because then he sees one girl who's beautiful and then just starts stalking. We have self-restraint as well, bro. We're not dogs, we're not animals, we can control ourselves. The Prophet, peace be upon him, when he came home and he saw Aisha or the friends of the Prophet's wife dancing and playing this duf and singing, and someone said, he said, let them be. No? Look at the hadiths. So that's the Prophet. Are you going to question him? So there's many. Go look into these.
That's very true.
Let them be. So who are going to question him, and he let them be, and he's a messenger, he's the prophet. So don't I know what you're saying, but again, we're not dogs. Like it's like that means don't go in a public place, because if I see a girl and You know, some guys go one stairs,
Just
okay, so
foaming
I'll
at
just
the
stare
mouth,
for minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not animals. Have self-restraint.
Yeah.
You feel like that, fast. That's what Prophet says, no? Peace be upon him. If you feel the urge, fast.
I guess this is where it's like the whole haram halal thing. It's different case by case.
It's different case by case, but honestly, it complicates things and it gets too deep, and you're going to have the halal haram police online. But they're just going to do that for no reason. Sit there. There's bigger issues in life than to worry about if a shisha, tobacco flavor is okay, or a beats to a bit of like, to a nasheed, bro. Let's worry about the real things. Praying time, being good, give a sadaqah, raising children, being an example. If you stay there, you're not going to move anywhere. It's not clear cut for a reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe there's a hadith. I don't know. I haven't seen like the chain of narration, but my teacher told me about it recently. He said the Prophet ﷺ said that difference of opinion, ikhtilaf, is a mercy for my ummah. You know, the fact that there are scholars who come to different conclusions and all that is actually a mercy. It's a rahmah for us. Alhamdulillah. And those people, those haram police, it's a real disease, to be honest. Like it's actually sickening,
Boredom,
man.
bro. It's boredom. They look for anything. It's just you can't take it serious, bro.
Yeah,
what I'm
that's the
saying?
problem. It's hard not to, especially for like people who value the opinions of others. Personally, I really don't care anymore.
When
but-
I get haram police, bro, I silence them in about 30 seconds. I question them back what they're doing.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah. And they just don't do it. And I don't want to say it on camera, but there's so many things I get back on them.
yeah.
You know? It's like, okay, let's just leave the West. Let's go to Muslim countries. Why are you in a Western country? Why in a kuffar country? You can annoy them.
Damn.
Why?
Yeah.
But why? But why? Why are you wearing Western clothes? How did the Prophet dress? How did the Prophet dress? Why have you got a big beard and not trimmed this? Why? But no. Why? Should we follow the way of the Prophet? Why don't people do that? Carry miswak all the time. Peace be upon him. No, I'm telling you. Like, where's this innovation clothes? The innovations
Why are you
as
using
well.
fork and knife? Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the right hand. Why are you sitting on the floor? No, but it's true.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's go into it really deep. Things we know how he did. No, these grey areas no one can discuss, no one knows much about. These are things we know what he did, how he acted. Do it. Why are you not doing it? You know?
Yeah,
Why you got a fade? Why don't you have one length? Shave it all off. Or, you know how the hair should be?
Yeah.
A step. Or all trim this, keep the beard grow. Miswak, this, that. Why are you using a toothbrush?
We met a brother in Mecca, the one I was telling you about. He was saying that he didn't understand when everyone was saying you have to do the sunnah, 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 sunnah. It's like we should strive for it. But you have these scholars which are saying, oh no, you have to eat with the right hand, but then they're over here driving a Porsche. I said, did the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, drive the Porsche?
And what if they're left-handed? What if they're left-handed? I always think about that.
What? Like when they eat?
Some
if they're
people are left-handed.
I mean, eating, I don't think requires delicacy with your hands.
No, bro.
No,
Left-handed.
sunnah.
They
eat-
can't function with the right. They can't write anything.
Shaitan eats
So-
with his left, right? So
So they say,
or
Shaitan,
drinks.
you will clean with your left hand and the right, and you eat. They don't say that's the hand to clean and defecate and
Yeah.
whatever. But again, like,
There's no
Look.
context.
Yeah.
no, like, listen. My mum always said it's simple. They're simple. Do the. Bro, how many of these people who talk haram police even give zakat? No, honestly, check their salaries. How many live on mortgages?
Yeah, that's a big one.
my
That's
You know
a
what I'm
big
saying,
one.
bro? I don't get into it, bro. It's just like kid stuff, honestly. And it's like, I don't mean in an offensive way, but, brother, in such a deep, beautiful religion, how merciful Allah was to the prostitute who gave water, to the so many narrations of how he forgave and Allah's merciful, and we're worrying about, I don't know, listen to a beat or
If you're wearing gold, or if you're wearing silver.
gold and silk's clear, I think. No?
It is.
Gold and silk's clear.
Yeah.
That's clear. That's a clear one. I like gold watches, but I can't wear anything on silk. But silver, no problem. Oh, where's the problem with silver?
Yeah.
Another one, when they say earrings, yeah, because don't be like a woman. It's a feminine thing. Have brothers, where does it say? But I said that men should be don't look like women and don't. That's why that's a feminine thing.
Vanity. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have this thing. In the old days, they put their eyes.
Cool.
So-
Yeah, kohol,
Cool.
Yeah, you wear that now. A lot of men go, oh, bro, you're like a woman. No? So, debate it.
Yeah.
You go in the West, that's feminine. Holding a man's hand.
Oh, bro, that threw me off when
Yeah.
I went
Yeah?
to Egypt.
But look
man.
at stories and narration of the Sahaba.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for us, it's like, oh, whoa. So let's talk about all this. Bro, don't bother. It's different. Could you marry a younger girl now? Are women like the ages of the women of those days now? The maturity. They're not. You know, those days, people will go to war at 9, 10. People were adults. There was no toys. There's no school.
Yeah.
What's a toy? There was no... Your child, puberty, adult. But nowadays, it's different.
Yeah.
Bro, we're at 10 like that. It's not... I didn't know what I was doing. Go to some country at 10, they're like smart, earning money.
Yeah.
So there's a debate on the Prophet's Aisha's age and peace be upon him, everything like that. But you can't relate things to now. You cannot.
Yeah. A lot of it
Doesn't
does
mean
depend.
Prophet
on
had how
culture.
many wives? 7 or
Once,
9?
At most at a time was 9.
9. Can we?
No.
We're not allowed to.
So why? See what I'm saying? Like, you can debate anything, bro. These people just... Some things are related, some things are not. Some things are not mentioned for a reason. All I know is this clear-cut hadith. It's a Sahih one. He came back and I think Abu Bakr or someone was questioning it, and his maids, and they're dancing with their wives, and something was happening. And he goes, let them be. And they were singing in... I'm telling you. See it many times.
Yeah.
So then say something about that. They won't. So don't overcomplicate Islam.
Yeah. Especially for like people like us, you know, regular people. Like these matters are so like
Minuscule.
And brother, we're in a time. Sorry to answer. Everything's changed. Islam's not changed, but when I mean we have to adapt to society, but bringing Islam into it, not changing Islam, but society is different. In those days, there was more idol worship. In those days, there was more wars. In those days, there was more... it's different times now. You have to... You know what I'm saying? You can't... It's different.
yeah.
There's cars. There was no cars then.
Yeah.
There's planes. In those days, like, you can post something and now the whole world sees it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, is that the message? Do people in the Amazon still get the message? But it's promised to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let Allah be the judge of all things. Just do what you can do. Don't overcomplicate. I saw this when I was younger with certain guys, and now they're like alcoholics in hookah houses, as in prostitute. I'm telling you, I'm always like that. Sure, it is what it is. Alhamdulillah.
Podcast got real at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
you're gonna get a lot of halal haram police. Oh, this that, but if they've got a problem, we can sit and debate with them, and I'll
Boost the
expose them.
algorithm, you know?
But I can get back at them in 2 seconds.
I forgot what I saw. Is if it's a hadith or in the Quran, but it said that Islam was supposed to be easy, or
There
make
you
your
go.
religion easy.
Well, like you said, I don't want to wrongly state the hadith, but it is. My mum always used to say it to me. Don't overcomplicate Islam. Don't delve too deep into it. It's just set basics, and just go by those. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many stories in the Quran and old hadith. You can see things which wouldn't go now, and they're different, like judgments and things like this. Just read Surah Al-Kahf about Musa. Keeps questioning, why did you do this? And he goes, if you don't listen to me, like,
Yeah.
he killed someone, didn't he? Like,
Yeah,
in the
young
story,
boy.
young
Yeah.
boy and this, that. But if you speak that story now, you're like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
a reason. So you can't, it's relatable. You can't go in about this, bro. But subhanAllah, we're speaking in the year 2023 in the most modern city in a time where the world changed about Islam. So this alone is rewardable.
Yeah.
A night of contemplation is like how many nights of prayer?
An hour of contemplation.
An hour, yeah.
SubhanAllah.
You know what I'm saying? So when Allah gives you these, I'm the most merciful, I forgive for anything. Why are you stressed about like these silly topics?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot say to someone, oh, again, there's even hadiths on pointing at someone, calling them a non-Muslim or this, that.
Yeah.
It's punishment.
Yeah.
Backbiting,
Come back,
punishment.
Yeah.
Being offensive, punishment. So that's offensive to someone. You've got to be careful.
Backbiting is clear in the Quran. How often do we
Eating
just
the flesh
backbite?
of your brother
How often do we backbite? Every day.
every day. And so,
Yeah.
there you go. So people just, Islam's perfect and beautiful, but let's stop these debates on these things.
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually one of the, I think, what drives people sometimes away from Islam when they see this stuff.
100%. And
Unfortunately.
it's annoying And I know people have like, that's why no one respects. That's why Andrew Tate is such a movement. And the big mullahs who shout, this haram, they don't get respect anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's haram halal, haram halal.
Yeah, you know, actually, Allah mentions in the Quran a lot. Hamza was mentioning this. He mentions a lot about wisdom, hikmah. You know, call to the religion, and even like when you debate with someone, do it wisely. So even if like someone believes that you're doing something haram, it's sometimes not the most wise thing to just go and like, you know, yell at them, oh, that's haram, that's haram, that's haram. Even if you believe it's haram, ask yourself, do you really have good intentions? These people online tweeting at you saying this is haram.
And
Do you
there's
really
another
have
hadith,
good
no?
intentions?
On defending, even if he's done something, hiding it for him.
Yeah.
Defending him.
Yeah, whoever. I think the hadith says, whoever covers the faults of his brother, Allah will cover his faults.
And if you two have a feud, I can lie and say he said good about you, and you said good about him to fix it.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to lie.
yeah.
You're allowed to lie to make your wife feel good,
Prevent fitna, yeah.
to promote her, even if you think she's obese. Say she's beautiful. Now look, lying's haram, no? But you can do it in certain occasions.
There's
So
a hadith mentioning every prohibition has its exception.
yeah, so there you go. This is how Islam's so simple. It's about making people feel good. Before we end, we could do a whole topic on halal haram meat and the food of the believers.
Yeah.
People hate that topic. You can eat the food of the believers, but why? Why can you marry a Christian and Jew but you can't eat their food? Oh no, I'm not against this, but it's like a big topic.
Yeah.
Again, bro, I've had this. I was around for a long time, bro, around this Hizb Tahrir movement and this and that. Guys like Majid Nawaz when he was on Deen. And
Yeah.
I was around those days, bro. I've seen it all. I've seen the biggest topics. So people think, oh, like I look like a bit of a dope punch drunk. I've got knowledge. I read, bro. I read. I investigate everything. And I speak to very knowledgeable guys, and I check and I look into things. It's not so easy, bro. So people stop overcomplicating things. You got your opinion. It's not straight fact forward. It's opinions.
Yeah.
And it's debatable. Leave it alone. Yeah, maybe be safe. Stay away. Maybe that's one option.
It's better, perhaps,
But
yeah.
maybe. But at the
can't
same
say
time, don't question and say someone's haram. You don't know. It's not.
Yeah.
How do you know? It's not clear cut. The clear
Even-
sins are all in the Quran. I'm sure someone told me all the haram, halal, straight up in the Quran. The ones in the hadiths and sunnahs, there's not clear cut what's haram or halal. It's just how to behave and be like the Prophet, ways of the Prophet.
Yeah.
So if it's not the Quran and these are not clear cut, what are we talking about?
Yeah. When it comes to sin, even like let's say there's something there's difference of opinion on, right? You have one opinion, I have another. You think something's halal, I think it's haram. The way it works is if I think it's haram and I do it, I'm sinful.
Yeah.
But if you think it's halal, I think it's haram, and you do it, you're not sinful because you don't
my
think it's
point,
haram.
exactly. So my opinion is like certain things I think is fine.
Yeah.
Me and my sister have different, but that's why I've read it and learned. So
Yeah.
and my research and I've come to that conclusion.
Yeah. Even see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so loving and merciful in this regard that
There you go.
he says that the mujtahid, the person who extracts the ruling, if he's wrong, he gets one reward. And if he's right, he gets two.
You'd have some saying you have to remove every tattoo.
Yeah.
I have.
You would,
I have.
but you don't.
Is it still going?
Do you know what I'm saying?
3 hours.
You
That's
don't have
crazy.
to.
Yeah,
So
come
there
my
you
phone
go.
storage.
Don't overcomplicate it to all the brothers. And
Yeah.
you're saying that because he's wearing this and he's got this. No, I'm not. I'm saying because I've been around knowledge, but all these Dawah guys know me. I
Yeah.
speak to them privately. A lot of people. I don't mention names. I know a lot. Been
Yeah.
around. I study. I watch. I love it. And I'm proud Muslim to the day I die, inshallah. And but don't overcomplicate because I've seen them come and go, bro. I'm 43 soon. I've been like this the whole time. These other guys, there's so many little things, bro. There's so many things. Oh, I cut myself. There's a little bit of blood. Ghusl. No, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Someone says a mouthful of blood. A mouthful, I'll be on a deathbed, bro. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking?
See,
What's
bro-
a mouthful of blood? Been shot in the head?
There was this book from Imam al-Jawzi rahimahullah called The Devil's Deception, and he actually talks about the hadith where the Prophet mentions that the Christians split into 71 sects and the Jews split into 72, and my ummah will split into 73 sects. And he goes into, and he said one of them will be saved, all of them will be of the fire. People think, Sunni, Shia, Sufi.
I don't know if they'll be off the fire.
No, they're not. But you know what he said? He actually, as a scholar, as a contemporary scholar, he researched into who those 12 sects are from authentic scriptures. And he found that they were all groups of people that were extreme. So one of those groups of the 72, these are people, for example, it's explicitly written, they will not shake hands with people. Why? Because they have OCD. Am I touching najis? Like something impure. Do I have to make ghusl? So they don't touch it. Do you see how extreme that is? if you read it, all 72 of them are just, they have some form of religious OCD or using too much logic and just extremism. It's not based in Quran and Sunnah anymore. And the Sunnis and Shias,
I never thought there'll be hellfire. There'll be one chosen group who are on the right path. It doesn't mean there are others in hellfire. That's what I know. Hellfire is a strong word.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, there's clear-cut ones who'll be in hellfire, who did wrong, and people, even the Pharaoh was punished, he couldn't even revert last minute.
yeah,
But then there's stories of Hind, who ate Hamza's heart, and did this, and they were given a chance, and Khalid bin Walid. So you've got to understand, and the woman who was a non-Muslim prostitute. So my point is, these examples are there for what?
deterrents
Yeah.
and motivators.
And to show us that there's always... why would he give us a deed of a prostitute giving a stray dog water?
Show the rahmah.
She hasn't reverted. She's a prostitute. She gave a dog water.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So there's hellfire in this, bro. We have to be careful. We have to be careful of saying, calling kuffar. Then again, kuffar, how will they be judged? Who says they've been raised in a certain place, they don't know better? With the media. We cannot, I used to be like that, oh, this. You have to be
Ignorance,
very
yeah.
careful. Very careful. Then it says backbind. Some say just Muslims, or is it all people? Is it heaven's under your mother's foot, or is it all mothers, or just Muslims? Where does it say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a good point.
And even in the Quran, Allah says killing one innocent life is as if you killed all of mankind, not one believer.
Yeah.
Just one life.
Exactly. So we can go into this, and we're going by Quran. Don't come to some scholar, no, and go by Quran. So there you go. So even this hell, heaven, very careful we have to be with this. I used to be like that. You don't know. Allah knows best. Allah doesn't know what. They might worship Allah in a way we don't know. Some of the Amazon, they might, you know? You cannot comprehend. All I know, whoever's got the message and knows better, we have to fix up, not them. You know what I mean? So the Byzantine Empire, Christians took homage and protected the Prophet. But they never reverted, did he? He didn't revert. So then, what can you say? But he helped the Prophet, the Messenger of Allah, and that helped Islam come. So how will Allah judge him? Who's going to say he's going to go hellfire? Who can be brave enough to say that? Huh? Did the Prophet say anything negative of that man? Nothing. He protected them and the Sahaba. No? So, who's going to have enough balls to say he'll be hellfired in river? Bro, scary. So that's what I'm saying. We have to tread carefully. Only Allah's a judge. Allah makes every decision, right and wrong. Allah can say anything. Yeah. We're all given tests. But who'll be the first to be judged? The Muslims. We're the first to be judged on the Day of Judgment.
Yeah.
So there's your answer there, bro. Like, people don't look at these examples. Don't look at what scholars say. Look at examples of the Quran and what Allah says and the Prophet, peace be upon him.
And also, like, I read this somewhere that 3% of the Quran is rules and regulations. 97% is just manners, ethics,
Examples.
stories. Examples, yeah.
Examples. Like the man one. Like, look at Isa. No one ever has heard any, like in that modern day, Alpha. Tell me, you'll never hear anything. Yet he's the chosen one to come back.
Yet everyone focuses on 3%. The halal haram.
It's just, bro, it's just
It reminds me of this thing where Aisha radiallahu anha, she said if the first things revealed were halal haram, then no one would be Muslim.
And women should be locked up. But well, who's up? How do we know how to pray like the Prophet? Aisha's, her hadiths. Most influential scholar is a woman.
Highest hadith, yeah.
Yeah,
So there you go, Mr. Red Pill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think she's like the third on the list of like who narrated the most ahadith.
Yeah, but I
Second
mean,
or
as
third.
in everything he did.
Yeah.
Who knew better than Aisha?
Yeah.
And as a
Who?
woman, right?
Yeah.
Who was around him in ways no one? Who knew how he did the wudu? Who knew how he stood?
How he treated his wives.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Everything.
the exact way he like would stand and pray, like his mannerisms.
Yeah.
Aisha, so that's how vital she is. And they
Radiallahu
say she was a
anha.
child marriage, but yeah, she's a scholar. So why is she not scarred?
Yeah.
Abuse scars you.
They'll say Stockholm Syndrome.
Astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
But my point is, again, it's not relatable, bro. And just go by what we know. And this, Allah's the most merciful. And I have many revert friends, and I go, oh, they're kuffar. I said, stop talking like that. Their mothers and fathers are. How you can say that? It's not nice for them to hear. And who knows? You don't know. They raised a son who became, or a daughter became good Muslim. Their du'as could be enough for the parents. Huh? You don't know.
There's a difference between a kafir and a jahil.
No, there's a difference between someone going, I denounce it and they know everything.
Yeah, disbelief. Like,
Yeah.
I know the
But
truth.
you tell
but
me
I
how
reject
you're going to
it.
see real Islam with the media now and how they
Yeah.
portray. How are you really going to see the beauty of Islam? So you got to understand Allah knows best.
Yeah.
You don't think Allah, we can't even think outside the box, let alone Allah knows, He sees everything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a test. So bro, stop all that haram, halal, hellfire, heaven. Ugh. You guys, you'll lose the plot. I've seen them. I've been around. Before all these people I'm talking, I was around in the 90s, saw it all. Stop it. You're gonna kill you're gonna go mad. Believe me. Allah granted heaven to a prostitute, kuffar woman, giving water to a dog. Dogs are haram najis. She's got heaven for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dogs, akhi, they're haram. What's haram? Just ways to do, there's limits to everything. Pigs. You can't eat a pig. Doesn't mean you have to hate the pig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Allah still created the pig.
It's
yeah.
a pig, bro. What are you talking? We're not allowed to eat it. Not allowed to eat a dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not allowed to eat not allowed to eat a cat. You know what I mean? You can't eat an animal which eats meat. Kind of what's it called? That's what it is. So like, bro, it's culture. It's sorry to say, but it's a lot of naivety and just, bro. I've gone past those. I can't even entertain it. When I see a convo like that, I'm like, later.
SubhanAllah, man. When I first reverted to Islam, I was very spiritual. I felt like I had a very close connection with Allah. But then the more that I went into it, everyone was trying to like be very strict with me, very like, oh, it has to be like this, it has to be like that, like you have to be doing this is haram, this is halal, and like I'm not gonna lie, I tried to adhere to it because you think, oh, I'm just going into it, I don't know anything, and I felt like that connection started to waver off. I even started dipping into the root of extremism, going to like the super Salafi type thing, and then after like more experience, you just start chilling out and you start realizing, oh, Islam is very simple. Having that connection with Allah is very simple.
Look, I don't comment super Salafi things. I don't want to offend anyone. Everyone's got their belief, and there's some really good brothers in every group, Some I don't accept even Muslim, in my opinion, but it's haram in my opinion if I'm wrong. My point is, you come tomorrow to me, say, yo, Tam, I want to fight. You come for like, you've just joined the gym. Am I going to put you in a professional fight with a Dagestani next week? Why? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna make you run. You're gonna get destroyed. It's like Islam. How are you gonna like slowly take your time, learn? Do this haram. You can't. Just take your time, learn the basics. It's like going to the gym the first day. Next week I go UFC. You're fighting Deontay Wilder. Put your gloves on. You'll probably be paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? There's a process. It's like a big cake, like Shamsi said, I like his analogy. It's piece by piece. You're not going to devour the whole cake. You'll be sick. You'll vomit. You'll collapse. That's like, don't push it all on them. When he reverts people, he always says to them, take your time. Here's some books. I like the way he does it with reverts. Don't grab the cake and eat it all. You'll be sick, no? You'll collapse. You don't want it to stand. Just take it, have a piece and come back and whenever. That's Islam. Just be easy, man. Like, relax. You're going to just depress yourself. If you're extreme in life, you'll be extreme in everything you do.
Because how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
That's facts. Bro, we could talk all day. I just
We could, but let's make a wrap because I got to see my daughters and
Alhamdulillah.
it's late. And
Any questions you would have for us, bro, before we wrap up?
No questions, bro. Just inshallah, respect what you do. It's good. Alhamdulillah, keep it on. And you're all very good. You're keeping close to deen, so that's important. But my advice, I'm older than you. Don't overcomplicate things. Just enjoy it, bro. Tomorrow never comes. Enjoy it, but in a halal way. Just don't be too serious. Relax, and what's to be will be. That's all I say. Like, and have kids. Don't delay. If you can have kids, have kids. If you can't, inshallah, there's always ways.
Yeah.
There's always a spearmint pill and stuff in certain salads and vegetables will work around. But just try your best. Enjoy. Yeah, you'll see then. Trust me. It's the best thing.
Isn't it crazy, bro, if the next time we meet, we're like fathers?
Yeah, inshallah. You never know.
Inshallah, ya Rab.
Or
Inshallah.
we
ya
may
Rab.
never meet each other again and some of us die.
That's
Very
true.
true.
May Allah reunite us in Jannah then.
Allahumma
Inshallah.
ameen.
So
Ameen,
that's
ya Rab.
it. So my point is that, and to everyone out there, yeah, bro, just Islam is beautiful, and just do what you can. Don't stress. If you don't wear hijab, don't stress. you're not praying, if you're struggling, don't stress. Allah understands. He sees every struggle. Just try step by step. And if you need advice, speak to someone you can trust or someone knowledge or someone who's good. Don't go to extreme. Like, speak to someone on a level. Don't like kill yourself. I'm not doing right because you're. It's not good. Doesn't matter. Don't let people think what they think. Who cares? Only Allah judges you. Would you care about
course.
Abdullah and Ahmed and whoever? You know.
Yeah, bro, it's a grave sin to even think that, oh, I'm so far gone that Allah will not understand me, He won't forgive me. So we shouldn't even think of Allah like that, right?
Yeah.
And Allah
Just
says,
pray.
you know, I am
whatever
as
you
my servant
do.
thinks.
I always say, whatever sin, pray.
Hmm.
Don't feel shame. Just pray. It's Allah.
Yeah.
It's your creator. Whatever you've done, just please pray. You'll feel better. Just always pray. Try your best.
Alhamdulillah.
At least do the farz. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Try. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you can't pray, go to the Jamaat and just pray in a congregation. Let the Imam lead. That's it.
Yeah.
There's always
Alhamdulillah,
a
that's
solution
true.
for
There's
everything.
always a solution, yeah.
Alhamdulillah, ya Rabb.
You
Alhamdulillah.
guys have anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Beautiful. All right.
Jazakallah khair. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the best men we could be. Allahumma ameen. May Allah make us good fathers as well. Alhamdulillah, Allah also talks of being a dad. I'm very excited, inshallah, one day.
Alhamdulillah, inshallah, ya Rab. And guys, to anyone that made it this far, comment down below hashtag TKMMA Fit so we know who stayed past the 3-hour mark. I don't know. I feel like most of y'all couldn't make it this far. But for the real ones, let us know, inshallah.
Yeah.
Time is a
And
pleasure,
everyone
bro.
who does that can visit, and anyone who's in Dubai, whoever does that, what you said, I'll give them a free month membership. So that proves.
Wow.
membership.
Free
But I'll
month.
have to check with you guys. Yeah. So a free month. So that proves if you watched it.
TKMMA Fit hashtag.
You're about to get like 50,000 people coming, man.
See.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa
Inshallah.
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, habibi. That being said.
Oh yeah, with that being said, Allahumma atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. We'll see you guys on the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.